Heyo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Tom Alpheus or Mark Faraday, because I have different names because I'm cool and mysterious. But welcome, welcome to the show. So how you doing?
I'm all right.
Nice. I just want to say I actually discovered you decently recent. I think the first video I ever saw from you was your idols videos. Those are the ones like I think threw you to the stratosphere. And
Yeah. I had 400 subs before that first items video.
nice. And yeah, it's just want to say keep doing what you're doing. You know, just brutally molesting YouTuber, just brutally rampaging YouTubers. And yeah, what are your like future projects actually? Like what I assume you're gonna make a video on Alex Kisser, given how that was like that's like hi given your profile.
Alex Kister, nah, man, I'm not making a video on that.
Really?
I'm working on no, I don't care about Alex Kister.
What?
Well, unless it's funny.
It's funny, I think.
I don't know. Anyway,
Uh,
the ones I got planned is I wanted to do a video on the boys, the show, just because
oh
that poster reignited my hatred of the show.
oh okay. We're starting off hot already. Okay. So
And then after that, I'll probably do the George Not Found stuff. I wasn't going to do George Not Found, but
to
the
quote,
only reason I want to do it is because of the poetry, like the poems that that the girl does.
bruh. To quote Norm. I don't really know, or he says something like, I don't really know who any of the characters are, but I think everyone should die. Because on one hand, George's innocent. I like that's just like true, confirmed. But like, why do you apologize? Like, why do you apologize? Like, what?
He has no
Like,
choice. He has to apologize because his fan base is so rabid. It's like Dream. Dream does the same thing. Every time he gets in shit, he apologizes for like the dumbest stuff that he doesn't even have to apologize for. Like
Dream is
like the like when he did that what was it, Native American war cry or whatever.
God, like I don't like Dream, but I feel like I don't like Dream, but I feel like he's like the most abused person ever. Like he's literally been in every kind of drama. Like there's the Minecraft cheating thing, then the racism stuff. Probably some sexism in there too. I know Ethan Klein
Well,
stole his.
the sexism now. The George
Oh
Not
yeah,
Found stuff, the sexism. Did you see the George Not Found sexism?
that's just
He ignored that girl in Among Us, and then she came out and said it was sexism. It
terrible.
was him ignoring her in Among Us.
Oh, terrible. That's and of course there's the whole Dream accusations that he was like a pedo or whatever. He just proved that really hard though.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, like Dream still does that, and George is like, because George is like despite being proven innocent, no, he proved himself innocent, and he still apologized.
He proved himself innocent more than once. He proved himself innocent, and then he also discovered that the girl was like fabricating text messages against him, and still he was like apologizing to them.
Bruh, oh my god, like that was I don't even like the Dream SMP. I think they're a bunch of like weird, like gay, like just gay. They're just gay. But like I was going for you, man. Like come on. But whatever. That's okay. We don't. That's okay, George. You didn't need my support, anyways. But that's okay, George. Um, but and it's just me. Like this first thing how we're talking about that. Has this year been like the worst for like weird sex shit? Like remember Vosh? Like remember that whole thing?
Well, the voice stuff has been around for ages. It's just that the lolly
Yeah, but
stuff has been
now,
shit.
yeah, but now it's like exploding. Keffels has like that's been shined again this year as well. I know
Another
I
one,
know
yeah.
it's been like a thing forever, but and of course there was like on God 4 accusations like back to back. There was the Wilbur shit. Then there was the shit and then one of the people that was bullying Wilbur also got accused. Then George gets accused,
Yeah, I forgot about that.
and then and then George gets accused, and then while this is happening, Alex gets accused. Like all that happened like in the same week. I swear to God.
Yeah, Alex kissed Dad. I don't know what happened with that.
Yeah,
I heard that the Mandela catalog was like a fetish. It was actually fetish art or something.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. Like what, like mimicry fetish? Like what the fuck is happening there?
I guess
Like,
I don't know. He has like a mimicry fetish, I guess.
so let's say I like turn into you, right? And like let's
Okay.
say Alex let's say Alex sees me and I just turn into you. He'd be like, damn.
I guess so.
The thing is that he might not even find you attractive, but me
Maybe it's
turning
the
into you,
replacement, less so than the mimicry that he finds attractive.
like he wouldn't even find you attractive. But if I turned into you, he would find me attractive, even though I'm just you.
Yeah, yeah.
Also earlier you said something about the boys. Oh yeah, I was talking to another creator about the boys, um, but yeah, like, well, why do you hate the show? I honestly, I could probably understand why. Like, I feel like I know what you're about to say, but let's see, maybe you got some new criticism I've never seen before. So why do you dislike the
Well,
boys?
100 criticisms of the boys, but the main criticism of the boys is that nothing ever happens in the boys. Nothing
Okay, yeah,
actually occurs. If you watch the show, nothing happens. Right? Like every single plot point, every single arc is like worthless. It doesn't amount to anything over the course of the entire show.
yeah, like
And
no
then the
one
worst
ever.
part about it is people come out on Twitter and then they say it's like a masterpiece afterwards, even though nothing actually happens and you can't remember. Like you can't even remember what the characters even do in the series.
No one ever dies too. Like that's also something. Well, when Queen Maeve fucking survived the goddamn Russian nuclear explosion from Soldier Boy, I was like, okay, okay. Like the shit was supposed to take away her powers, and she still survived that.
Yeah. Well, that's just like one of the many plot holes in the boys. I mean, Homelander is supposed to be invulnerable to all damage, and then third season he just gets absolutely mollywopped in a 1v1. Doesn't even make
It's
any sense.
I'm assuming it's because Butcher is also super powered.
Yeah, but it's like, well, firstly, it wasn't just Butcher; it was just Maeve was the one 1v1ing him. No one else was even there. Also, it doesn't
Well,
even matter. It doesn't even matter. He has to be stronger than every hero in the series. Otherwise, what's the point? Because they could have just. I mean, there's so many problems with that series as well. Like they have the gas that can put Soldier Boy to sleep, and it's like that's never gonna. You know for a fact that's never gonna come up again. Even though they could easily use it to beat Homelander.
yeah, can they use it to like just kill everybody? Like what the fuck?
Yeah, they could easily. If it works against Soldier Boy, it works against anyone.
Yeah, because Soldier Boy is like Homelander's father or something. So
He's the
like
guy.
maybe
He's cloned. He's not even just his dad. He's cloned from him.
yeah. So
The same guy.
so yeah, like it'll have maybe there's like the same genetic weaknesses. So maybe it could work on Homelander too.
It would work. It would. There's no reason it wouldn't. Well, there's no reason stated, but it's not going to come up again.
Yeah, like and
No, it
also
wouldn't.
so also like also Black Noir dying. Like
Yeah,
at first you'd be like, oh my god, that's like super shocking. But no, because the Black
worthless.
Noir, yeah,
Yeah,
he's like he's a
time.
useless ass character. He doesn't
It's
do
a
anything.
waste of time. It's just a waste. This is what happens with every character though. Every character that is introduced to the show, they waste a bunch of time setting them up for no reason, and then they either like kill them off or they never do anything with them. It's like
No, that's not.
it's like the Deep has that whole thing about like he's trying to redeem his image, and it just goes nowhere. It's just a waste of time. The entire show is a waste of time.
Yeah, and freaking that's yeah, like that's what happened with the singer. His name is also Alex. He like they were setting him up. Like there's this lore like he's like the ex of this fucking bitch Starlight, and then he dies. So
I don't
it's
even remember that. I don't even remember that.
it's the Mexican.
I literally don't even remember any of that.
Oh wow, you're doing great.
It doesn't
Um,
happen because nothing happens in the show. Nothing's memorable at all.
I'm
Even
assuming you're
rewatching
gonna
it,
I'm assuming you're making a video on like the main show though. I don't even want to talk about the spinoff.
I haven't watched the spin-off. The only
They're gonna
thing I
kill
took
you.
from the spin-off is that PewDiePie was mentioned in it.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah, he was. PewDiePie's a Nazi, so yeah, that's just
oh,
very
actually,
like when like the spinoff. Don't even watch it. Don't like that. Like it actually makes like there's some good, but like it makes me upset a little bit because I'm gonna ignore all of the main like actual writing shit like just for this. But like there's three things that piss me off. A, it's a spin-off. Like that its existence alone already confuses me because I thought the boys made fun of like, shared universes or something. So
The Boys basically does every single thing it makes fun of.
yeah, and then
Unironically.
yeah, and second, Homelander actually appears in the spin-off. So not just Homelander, but the the woman that's like in charge of the boys. I forgot her name. Her.
Madeline,
Uh,
whatever.
it's not
Oh
Madeline, but
no. The Mallory.
Mallory. Yeah. So Mallory, she also appears in the show. Victoria Newman also appears in the show. So they're like, they're doing the thing, cameos. And what's worse is there's a post credit scene in this show, like the MCU. Ha ha ha. And what something cool is that when I watched the show, I finished the 8th episode and I exited off immediately because I didn't think they would do that. And the only way I found out is because of YouTube, and I was like, what the fuck?
Show sucks. It sucks. It
Is
annoys me.
is the boys gonna be your first ever like video on like and like something else that isn't YouTube, like YouTube?
Well, technically it isn't, because technically that abortion video is. But
The fuck was that?
that's like a joke video.
But yeah, like but the boys is gonna be your first ever like video that's like like on a show or something.
Yeah, I
Is
wrote
that gonna
another
be
one. I wrote another one ages ago about Moon Knight, but I never made it.
Moon Knight? Moon Knight of all things?
I hate Moon Knight. It's terrible.
I hear people say that Moon Knight is like the best of the worst. So I don't know.
It doesn't. It's not. I don't think it is the best, but it is what it is. I feel like Loki is probably the best one.
But
The only reason people hate
maybe
the reason people hate Loki is because it breaks all of the rules that is set up in the other show. But if you ignore every other show, and you also ignore all the characterization of every character in every other piece of media that involves them, then it probably is the best one.
that's still really bad though, because I just have to like kill everything just to like Loki.
Well, yeah, but that's every Marvel show is like that. It's the only one that doesn't
True.
have any like incredibly heavy-handed or like awful. I mean, I guess Moon Knight doesn't. It's just that the problem with the Marvel shows is they always introduce characters, and then they immediately replace the character they've introduced with a less interesting female version of the same character.
Let's see. Doctor Strange. We got America. Well, that's a movie. I don't care.
Yeah, American
Loki,
Chef it is, and then in Moon Knight is like wife is like the hero, who is like an infinitely less interesting character.
What's funny is that this is Moon Knight's first appearance, and they already introduced that thing. Like they already introduced that topic.
I know. That's
Like,
what they do with every character, though. It's like even in Shang-Chi, they introduce his sister, who's just him but better.
yeah.
They do that with every single one.
She-Hulk. That we don't gotta talk about that, but freaking Hawkeye. We got introduced to
Hawkeye,
Kate Bishop.
yes, another introduction of another character.
Kate Bishop. The only one that ironically doesn't have that is Falcon. That's because he's black, so like it's fine.
Yeah, that is the
Yes.
reason.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, they might do it. I mean, there's a new Iron Man as well. That's like
Ironheart. Yeah.
Black Panther 2.
Oh, I mean, he's dead, so I guess, but like, okay, here's something unorthodox, but I generally thought, like, I would have generally preferred if the mom was the new Black Panther and not Shuri. That sounds really unorthodox, but like, the mom has like a lot of like also like similar qualities to T'Challa. But Shuri is just like this weird like anorexic thing, so like anorexic person.
I get you. Well,
Um,
Shuri isn't even a character, are they, in the comic? They've just
oh,
split the comic version of Black Panther into two characters.
really? What does that mean?
Well, one of them was Black Panther in the comic is like he's a combatant, so he's like a hand-to-hand fighter, but he's also like a super genius. But in the movies, they took away his super geniusness for the character of Black Panther, and then they created Shuri as like his like tech guy.
Okay. Yeah, I remember something like that because Black Panther does a lot of weird shit with like shadows. Like it's like pretty
Yeah,
genius.
he makes a whole Wakanda's like a forest, but it's made of metal, isn't it? Something like that. I don't remember.
Oh, sorry. So I assume you're. Yeah, so I'm just gonna assume that you also hate Phase 4, like pretty much every decent person.
Yeah, I haven't watched. I only watched Spider Man and Shang-Chi. I think that was it.
Hi. Well, you're lucky you, because I watched everything.
I basically only watch Spider Man now. I don't think I watch any Marvel thing. I actually watched the Thor one as well. But I bought the tickets for that before the reviews came out.
Oh,
And then I saw the reviews and I was like, oh. So people talking
uh,
about it on Twitter, and I was like, oh.
what? I'm assuming you thought your Lord Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
It was excellent, right? It was great. It was fantastic. It was so good.
Could actually be the worst movie. I don't think it's the worst movie ever made. If you're gonna try and do a comedy, at least make it funny. You know what I mean?
It's so not funny, dude. It's like Thor gets. I mean, Thor has always been just kind of ruined. Freaking Jane Foster. I know she wasn't a character, but like, what the fuck? It's like what the fuck. Christopher Bale, like he is not even because like he's like the Joker, but then he's like not the Joker, but then he's like super serial, but then he's not, but then he's like then love conquers all.
Yeah,
Like,
there's a sort of an irony to the way his character ends as well, where he sort of proves himself right in like a weird way
yes,
about how all
so
gods are selfish, and then there's no exception to that logic that he has of all gods being evil, because you never see an example of an actual good god. Like every single god in the movie is evil,
I mean,
irredeemably so.
Thor's good, I think.
He's not really though, is he? Because he's like super arrogant to the point where he's like letting people die around him to just satisfy his own arrogance.
Like I guess like
And then Valkyrie is like shirking all of her duties as king of Asgard because she finds them boring.
why is she the king? What even is that? Like,
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why.
got it. Like, I recommend you watch. I'm gonna give you recommend a channel recommend. Wow, I can't talk. I'm gonna give you a channel recommendation. His name. You should watch Braden Alberti's videos
I,
on.
I know him. I know him. I know him.
Oh, you know him, Braden Alberti.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he kind of ultimately convinced me that the MCU was just never actually good. To be honest,
yeah.
like like real,
The villain thing, the villain videos.
the villain video was really bad. Like bad as in like bad for Marvel. Like generally the only like good thing that the MCU does right, and it's a pretty big one, so I'll give him that. Is Iron Man, but like Captain America kind of sucks. Um, Hulk really sucks. Thor is
What about the first Hulk? Like the one that isn't even Marvel. You know? What about that
like
one? The one
ew.
where his dad turns into like a rock. Remember that?
Yeah.
That one's
Ew.
actually not that bad. That's the thing about that film. If you actually rewatch it, it's not that bad.
Yeah, maybe honestly it'll be better than like anything Marvel has put, but that's I'll
There's
probably
the thing I find about superhero films. If you go back and watch like the really old ones, most of them are actually like they hold up pretty well in comparison to the new ones. Like Spider-Man 3 is actually pretty good in comparison to some of the newer ones.
I honestly believe that. Yeah, honestly, I could probably do that to Amazing Spider-Man 2. Not gonna lie, like everything has been
Yeah,
sucking so.
even those ones are like Amazing Spider-Man 2 is all right.
Yeah, like I could probably find value in that one more than like fucking the other ones. Like than the current shit that we're getting. Like, I would definitely watch Amazing Spider-Man 2 over like Multiverse of Madness, for example. Which
Yeah,
honestly, in my opinion, I think Multiverse of Madness is the worst film I've ever seen in my life. I'll be honest.
I haven't seen it.
So yeah, it's so oh my god, it's so bad. It's so bad. Like I know people are like, oh my god, Mahler, why do you keep making long videos? Like if you can't separate you know, if Mahler had to make a 6 hour long video on Multiverse of Madness, I feel like that says something. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel, I'm assuming you're a fan of Mahler because I know you mentioned him in your Xander Hall video.
I like Maul. I just like his videos are too long though. They're too long. I
Oh,
haven't
Bo,
seen
are
any of
you
his long videos, but like If you're taking like multiple days to get through one video, I feel like it's too much.
Yeah, I get that, but honestly, I prefer it because I'm like autistic, so I'm like cool. No, not autistic. Sorry, I'm dark and mysterious. Um, but yeah, but anyways, just get just some roundabout questions. Why are you called H3 Production? Like,
Okay, the reason I'm called H3 Productions is when they first released the ads, like whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called, the channel ads, right?
yeah,
Everyone on like Twitter was trying to steal other people's channel ads, right?
uh huh,
So like Salvo took like he took like H3 he took Teddy Fresh or something. People were like stealing other people's channel ads basically, so they couldn't use
okay,
them. Right?
okay,
And that's the logic of why it's H3 production highlight or podcast highlights. So I was trying to steal it so no one else could get it.
okay. So you were just being, you were just,
I was trying to troll H3 by stealing his ad. I've just
when you
never
say
changed
stop,
it.
wait, I just still there, just like Big Bungie, and then just fucking and just fucking H3. I'm assuming, you don't like Ethan. I mean, who does, to be honest?
This is the thing, right? Ethan Klein. I didn't used to like him, but he's sort of growing on me. Every time I've seen him now, he's not as bad as he used to be, like in 2022.
No, he's actually been going on. He's actually been on a roll as of late because he was the one that actually fucked over Watch.
Yeah, he fucked up with Vosh, and then the Hassan Piker stuff happened.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know.
he actually,
He's on a bit of a redemption arc.
yeah, he stood his ground against Hassan. He actually started. He actually was. I remember that Instagram story where he was saying shit like, "Oh, like, bro, I'm not like a communist. Like, calm down. Like, chill out. I'm not like a fucking communist. Like, damn." Um, and also, I think Nicholas Diorio said something about Ethan, but like it was like positive. So like, he's been actually kind of been on a redemption arc as of late.
He's been popping off. I kind of didn't want to make a video on him because of that. You know what I
No,
mean? Like
well,
2 years ago, I would have done it, but now
yeah,
it's like I don't even want to make one because he's so popping off.
yeah. Let's wait. Let's wait like
Or if
five
I
or
did
six.
one, it would be less harsh than it would have been. Like it wouldn't be
Yeah.
iDubbbz harsh.
Oh,
It'd
you
still
made
be
three
like.
of them. Made three of them. That's like, yeah. But he
Well, I would
deserves it.
definitely make. If I was making Ethan Klein videos, there'd be more. There'd be probably 3 videos, to be honest, because there's so much on him, and also
Yes.
you can easily split it into 3 different parts. So you could be like base H3, and then after that it would be like the Trisha Paytas stuff, and then it would be either like Hassan's stuff or like redemption video, or it would be like Keemstar stuff, and then there would be like a Hassan stuff redemption video. So it's 4 videos.
Oh
And I
yes.
said each of them would be like an hour long.
Jeez. Yeah. You can talk about Ethan for a while.
There's
But
so much stuff on him. There's so much stuff on him. I mean, in 2022, he had drama every single month of that year.
right, like I remember he got banned like a gazillion times because he made like a quote unquote gay joke or something.
I don't think he got banned over that. He got in trouble over that, but I mean, I wouldn't call that out because I don't really mind.
He
But
also had that. He also had that thing with like the gun convention or something. Like it was
oh yeah,
really
he's telling people like go to someone's house and like fire their guns in the air or whatever. That's
uh
also like not that bad. The problem with H3 is it's the hypocrisy combined with him doing that stuff. But now he's like moving away from that type of audience. It doesn't seem as bad or as
yeah. So
hypocritical.
yeah. So now he's actually like somewhat redeeming himself.
Mm-hmm.
So, but let's wait like 6 months, and I'll actually be the judge of that. Uh, well, speaking of people with a lot of floor, who would you say is like the worst person you've covered? Like, because like in your videos so far.
The worst person, I don't know. It's probably Boogie. It's either Boogie or FouseyTube. I feel like Boogie's worse.
Boogie is so bad. He makes Frank Castle look good. Like, and I'm not even like a Frank Castle hater, but like Frank Castle just he shouldn't have been in the right here. Like, it's simple as that. But Boogie
But
has somehow made Frank Castle look right.
Boogie's like he's just like the worst. He's one of the worst people. I think I've covered like actual pedophile stories, and I still think Boogie's worse. Vosh is like someone I actually think is a pedophile, and I still think Boogie's worse than Vosh. It's not even it's him lying about like everything, especially like the parent. Like I personally maintain he lied about his entire abuse story.
Maybe honestly, like
And then he lied about the crypto stuff. He lied about he's like a predator in sheep's clothing. You know what I mean? He's like a wolf in sheep's clothing, where he pretends to be like a his victimhood is inherently predatory, right?
yeah, he didn't even have to lie that much about Frank Castle because because Frank still shut up his house the other day, but nah, Buggy just had to be weird and fucking shoot at the air.
Yeah, yeah. That is like one of the more realistic things from Boogie, but it's just like everything else. I don't know. I think the worst thing Boogie ever did was when he accused his own sister of raping him for like Reddit gold for no reason, and then just starts walking it back like a weasel on when Frank Castle calls him out on it.
Jesus Christ! Like God, so yeah, Boogie's the worst person.
It's either that or Fuzi. Fuzi is like
I actually haven't been like that caught up on Fuzi. I know he's like because I guess there's like a lot of drama just in 2020 in general, so I kind of just didn't catch up with Fuzi. So what's been going on with him like since like last year?
Fuzi is similar to Boogie in a way. It's just he's sort of like the reverse of Boogie in the
Oh,
sense that Boogie tries to make himself look as pathetic as possible. Fuzi tries to make himself look as like godly or like important as possible.
yeah, like but
And
what happened?
everything he does is like an attempt at building ego or bragging, and you can tell. Like every single thing he does, it's like, and it's the funny thing is he went on the H3 podcast. So I'll go through the Fuzi stuff that happened. So basically, he went on the H3 podcast. He got like this big bump in viewership off of going in the H3 podcast. As soon as he gets the bump of viewership, he immediately like backstabs all of his friends who like he was previously friends with. So like Keemstar, he just instantly backstabs them because he doesn't need Keemstar anymore for clout, right? So he insta backstabs Keemstar, and
That's
then he
gay.
does like 100 live streams, and people, from the outside looking in, it looks like he's done a bunch of live streams and then he's had like a manic break and he's gone crazy. My theory that I proposed in my video was basically what happened was he went and he did that thing where he was like he had sex with like sex trafficked woman in the airport, and
Yeah,
he comes back on stream and he like brags about it, and then his audience are like immediately shitting on him for it. My theory was that he did that, and then immediately after he starts pretending to be crazy to try and like cover it up to an extent, right?
yeah, because he fucked up like, with that lady.
Because it was like instantaneous, and then he starts talking about how he's having like a mental breakdown and he's like having like a manic episode and stuff, even though he's previously stated that his like other manic episodes of the July 16th or whatever it was
Yeah,
like that was he said it was drug induced, and he says he doesn't have BPD and like this other shit. So to me, it just looks like he's figured out that like being crazy is a get out of jail free card to an extent,
I
right?
thought he was doing better though, because didn't him and Keemstar start Happy Punch?
They start having points like way, way, way earlier than that,
But like still, though, I thought he
and
was
then he
doing
backstabbed, and then
fine.
but apparently Fuzi just didn't do any work for it. So
Oh,
like Team like paid him off, or he like gave him like a share, but Team basically took over all the operations of Happy Punch, and then Fuzi like uses that against him when he like backstabs him.
oh, damn! Wow, wow. And what else happened apart from? And what else happened after the whole trafficking thing?
Well, he goes on like he has like a manic break, or like, I maintained he pretended to have a manic break, and then he gets arrested, doesn't he? Got because he swatted himself, and then he got put in like a psych ward, and now I don't know what he's doing.
Damn! Oh my god!
You
Oh
can't
my
feel
god!
bad for Fuzi. You just can't feel bad for him though, because it's like he's such an obvious narcissist. Like it's
No,
actually
he's
it's like so stupid when you look at the H3 podcast comments that he was on, and they're all
no
talking
he.
about how like humble and honest he is, and you could just tell that even his humility is like inherent because he's telling like stories of how like he was like he's like a devout Muslim and stuff, and
Is
how
he
he's obviously not a devout Muslim. The devout Muslim thing is such an obvious grift that so many people do. I've seen so many people do that devout Muslim grift.
But yeah, and yeah, and he's kind of been like that for like a good like 6 years though. Then he kind of like calmed down, and then he slightly redeemed himself with like Happy Punch. Oh,
Fuzi wants to be seen as like a philosopher king, but he's a fucking idiot, right? Like he's a moron and he's like, incredibly narcissistic. So every time, but at the same time, he wants to be seen as humble. You know what I mean?
Humble. We
He wants to be like humble, but he's also like hyper narcissistic, and you can tell like that he's a narcissist. I remember they pulled up like the video of Bryce Hall knocking him out, and Fuzi's like watching that video, and he was like, "Yeah, it's just the placement, bro. I could take like 100 of those punches, but it was the placement of the punch that got me out." It's like, bro,
very
it wasn't, you fucking moron. You fucking
very
knocked
humble.
your spark out, dude.
Very humble.
And then there's other shit as well, like he's talking about the bomb threat that was called on the event he did, like the music event he did,
Oh yeah,
July
that
16th or July 15th or whatever it was.
yeah.
And he's saying like the theory on who called the bomb threat is he's saying that the fucking government doesn't want to see like a Palestinian Muslim succeed. So they called a bomb threat on his event to like shut him down. That was one of his reasonings.
Fuck.
Although
Okay.
I personally maintain he called that bomb threat on himself.
Yeah, maybe honestly that's actually interesting.
I think that was
Um,
Colossus. I think that was Colossal's theory as well. But it seems like the most likely thing, because who else would care about Fuzi enough to call a bomb threat on him other than himself? You know what I mean?
trying
And
to
it's
think
like a
of any,
perfect excuse for him as well. It gets him out of so much hot water by doing that.
trying to think of any enemies, but I don't see any.
Well,
And
his other theory was it was Sam Pepper or Sam Pepper's audience, but I don't see why they would care. Especially
Sandpaper,
considering he was already making a joke out of himself at the event. It would have actually
Sandpaper,
been worse. It would have been worse for him if the event had been allowed to continue than it would have been calling the bomb threat in. That's why I think he did it, because it's like
like
he promised that like Drake was gonna be there, and like Wiz Khalifa, like all these like rappers who were like definitely not gonna be there. So it's like how so you know when he calls the bomb when the bomb threat gets called in the event, he can then turn around and say, "Oh well, Drake couldn't show up because well, I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know if Drake was gonna show up." No,
why
he
would
obviously wasn't.
why would it be Sandpaper though? Like Sandpaper has been kind of dead for a little bit, so I don't really see him like
He
doing
thinks it was
anything.
Sam Pepper's audience, but it's like it doesn't make any it just doesn't make any sense to me that he
What
would. Does his audience
Sam?
have any like history of calling in bomb threats on places? Because Sam Pepper was like a prankster for a while.
I don't know any history between Sam and Fuzzy two though.
Well, I think what happened was they went on like a podcast, and Sam Pepper was sort of like mocking him to his face. I think it was Adam 22, and that's why
That's
they didn't
so
like each other at the time.
that's so nothing though compared to like with other enemies like Sandpaper. Like if anything, it would make more sense that like Rice Gum. Wait, that was stage two. I don't know. Why would he have enemies? He doesn't have enemies.
He doesn't really have any enemies. I
Yeah,
mean, the people who are Fuzi's enemies are not like bad people; they're just people who hate him because he's
yeah,
there. So like
yeah,
Colossal,
exactly.
Colossal obviously isn't going to call in a fucking bomb threat on his event because the guy's already making a joke out of himself. So why would anyone do it? It doesn't make any sense. Like,
No,
let's try to say it literally only that bomb threat literally only benefited him. It didn't benefit anyone else.
yeah, like that's so stupid. God. Also, speaking of back to H3 though, like not really, but why are you called Big Bungie? Like, what is that about?
Uh, I came up with a name when I was like 9. Okay, the logic on Big Bungie was there were these like there were like these like browser MMO games like ages ago. It wasn't like RuneScape. It was called they were called like Atrix or something.
Okay.
And the way that all MMOs work is that you cannot use a name that other people have picked. So you run through all of the classic names, like you go Starscream or whatever, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
And then you know if you have the same name, it puts like a bunch of numbers at the end of your name.
Okay.
And I thought that was lame, so I just came up with like a name that I didn't think anyone else would have ever picked, and it was Big Bungie with 6 E's. But because I was like 9, I spelled Bungie wrong. I spelled it Bunj instead of Bungie.
So yeah, but it's a Big Bunjee.
Yeah, and that's where it came from.
Oh, okay. And what inspired you to like start a channel, or more specifically, what inspired you to like go into become a internet art historian? So basically, death. It's like,
Um, I don't know really. I was into the drama community for a while. I mean, when I first started watching YouTube, I didn't watch drama videos at all.
so I got you. Well, I got you captivated now.
I don't really know what it was. I don't know. I actually don't. I genuinely don't know. I watched when I was like first started. I watched them a lot. So it was like Augie RFC in that. But they weren't
Uh,
making any they like never made any content. And the content that I liked from the like 2016 was like H3 stuff. And
yeah.
then the content I liked at the time, so like 2022 or 2021 or whatever, was
Are,
like it was like more movie reviewer types. They felt more like old commentary than the new commentary guys, right?
yeah.
So basically, I just figured I figured I could just do it better, to be honest.
Aren't you
That's where I started.
aren't you friends with some of them? Like I think Bo Black follows you.
I've never spoken to Bubble X. They might, if they follow me, I've never spoken to. The only commentator I've ever spoken to, or have had any interaction with, like cordially, is Manic, who I've been on his stream more than once.
Manic or Manix?
Manic the Maniac Mechanic.
Oh, okay, we're different.
Grimsy, I've talked to like I went on stream with him once, and I talked to him off stream
I think I know.
once.
Yeah, I think I know. I think I know Grimsy. Yeah.
I have DMs with Turkey Tom, but my DMs with Turkey Tom are always it's just Tom asking like, "Can I react to this video? Can I react to that video?" And I just say like, "Yeah, whatever." And that's basically it. Like I don't have like I guess I have like DMs with like Mutahar's wife
The fuck?
because Mutahar's wife is a fan and she
Oh,
DMs me about like videos.
I'm
But
surprised. I'm
I
surprised.
don't know them personally. They just watch my content.
Surprised. I'm surprised Muda or her like is a fan, given like given how you're so out of pocket sometimes. Like I watch some of your videos, I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
I think a lot of people like that. It's just that they don't want to do it themselves, or they don't want to like publicly voice that that's like something they like enjoy.
Yeah, like like
To be
what
honest, if you look at her like tweets, it seems like she does seem like that kind of girl that like she
she,
seems like she'd be on 4chan or something.
she seems worse than Muda. She seems worse than Muda, like in that sense. Like Muda isn't really about that.
Which is like he's like very what's like the word, like professional. She's
Yeah, yeah,
like
he
she's
doesn't have
going
to
in on
be.
she's like going in on tipster and stuff on on Twitter.
Yeah, but Muda, I mean, Muda, he's fine. Muda doesn't have to be out of pocket. He's fine. But I'm surprised that his wife is. So that's the thing.
I think Muta is like it. I just think Muta has like a big enough audience where he wouldn't be able to get away with that kind of.
Yeah. So, but I like Muda. He's alright. Um, but
And then that's like it, right? I have like one
yeah.
DM. I sent a DM to Augie, but like he never responded. And it's just this was after he left though. It was just the N word.
I sent a friend request to Augie and he never accepted. So
So yeah, I don't know a lot of the. I don't really know any. I don't know any of them, to be honest. I'm not like playing games with them or.
oh okay.
So when you say I'm friends with them, I'm not. I'm not friends. I wouldn't say I was friends.
I mean, I thought so because like fucking Tom and Bobax are like big people and they like follow you. So I thought there was like something.
They follow me, but I don't. I've talked to Boblax once, and it was
Oh.
me asking for somebody else's Twitter handle.
Oh, okay. That actually happened to me one time. Where like couple months ago, I talked to Just a Robot. You could see the video I made in my channel. Actually, let me just send you my channel real quick. But basically, I was talking to him, right, and the next day he asked if I had the actually you know Just a Robot, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so I talked to him, and then the next day he asked me for the Discord for Rags, because I assume he had seen that I already would talk to Rags in another video. So if there's ever a collab between those two, then I guess it's my fault. Um, but yeah, like, so yeah, something similar happened to me. Um, so but yeah, so you're not really associated with them. I thought you were, but I guess you're not. It's fine.
Oh no, no, no. So I've never showed up on like anyone's stream. I've never been on like Nicholas Diori's stream. I've never been on like Boblax's stream. I mean, if they
I mean,
asked me, I'd probably do it, but
you're growing, I think. So I think eventually you'll start appearing in these things.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I could probably appear
So
on them now if I specifically asked on Twitter. It's just that I'm not like every time something shows up, I'm just not that fussed.
start fucking begging.
It's not even about begging. I could just go in someone's DMs and just be like, "Let me in," and they'd probably do it.
say let me in, but like just be ominous about it. Just be ominous about it.
Yeah.
Just like well anyways, back to people on the internet dying. Outside of your channel, who would you say are like I actually let's just like who are the top three like worst people, but like in like a funny way, as in like it's like their downfall is funny in a way, and then like the top three worst people, but because they're just actually evil, like on like for like internet lore. You know, something like iDubbbz is like
Yeah,
funny,
yeah. That was
but
gonna
like
be
but he's not like evil. But then so there's like those the three there, and then there's like the three because but like they're just actually evil.
so top three in terms of funny downfalls, and top three in terms of sad downfalls because they're actually villainous.
Yeah, so six for like two different categories.
Okay, so well, obviously, iDubbbz is a sad downfall. Naturally, that's like
Would
the
you say
top
he's
one.
would you say he's villainous though?
No, no, he's not villainous. He's just like I don't think iDubbbz is bad at all. He's just egotistical.
Didn't he rob Sam though?
I think he refunded the guy,
Oh, he
but
did.
he refunded him for the ticket, but any other expenses he would have just been lost.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, never mind then. I thought he'd robbed him, but I guess no
Nah,
wonder.
nah. People say he scammed the charity, but I, I don't think he would, to be honest. He definitely wouldn't scam a charity. He doesn't. He just does not have the spine to scam a charity.
Okay, yeah, he's pretty sad. It's not even. Is it even funny though? Like, would you say that's like a?
I think his downfall is not funny. It's just I guess it's funny to an extent. It's more sad than funny. I guess. I guess a
Yeah.
funny downfall would be like Hunter Avalon. But then again,
Oh,
I was never a fan. I was never a fan of him. I only knew of him from his downfall.
yeah. Hunter, I've been keeping track of him for like literal years, and it's very disheartening to see where he is now.
Yeah, with a wife
I
stuff.
think I think his wife got fucking shot. Like a couple months ago.
No, it wasn't his
Uh,
wife. It was a different girl. He left his wife by now.
he left his wife.
No, well, I guess it'd be more accurate to say his wife left him. Did you not see the stuff about like his wife with the black guy?
Yeah, I did. Like, I saw your video and other people's, and I even read the fucking Encyclopedia Dramatica. Yeah, I used the Encyclopedia Dramatica. Sue me, sue me, fucking Twitter. But like yeah, I saw the shit about the black guy. And but I didn't see anything after that. So
I think he's with a different girl anyway. So I think it
oh
was a different girl.
okay. And the girl that got shot is that different girl.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I saw the only reason I saw that though was because fucking Vito just wildly fucking posted.
Yeah, Vito was like going on him. I don't really know why.
Yeah, Vito. Actually, what's your opinion on Vito? Because he's like in the server as you can see.
Yeah. I don't know
Uh,
anything about Vito. Like I read the all I know about Vito is his Super Killer comic got leaked on it's on Kiwi Farms. You can read the whole thing.
it's not very good, that leak. I'm gonna be honest. It's very. It's not. It just isn't. Like it's so fucking it's bad. Like, oh God, Vito. I had faith in Vito too, even though I knew he was kind of a shitty individual. Um, but nah, he's Vito. Like Vito follows me on Twitter. He because I talked to him. He's in the server, as you can see. Is the reason why I like acquainted myself with Vito is because you know the whole thing that's going on between him and Eric July.
No.
No, okay. To not bore you, basically, Eric July's another like he's like a political comic creator. He makes videos, talking about woke stuff, yeah, and blah blah. Eric made a comic. People really liked it. People in his circle were like promoting it to fuck like people like Nerdrotic or the Critical Drinker. Blah blah blah. Vito didn't like it. And Eric couldn't take criticism very well. But to be fair, neither Vito and Dick Masterson are kind of fucking slime balls. So both of them just all parties suck. Eric July blocked me. I don't know what I did to deserve that. And then I was like, okay, now I'm mad. I'm really mad. So I decided hey, I'm gonna try to become acquainted with, because I was a fan of Eric. He blocked me, so I was like, okay, all right, fucking then. Um, and then I was like, I'm gonna try to become pals with fucking Dick and Vito. Uh, Dick knows I exist. I know he does because I have him as a friend on Discord. But every time I tell him, hey, you wanna come into this low budget podcast I have going on, he just never responds. Vito did though. And yeah, and then I talked to Vito, and also I thought Vito would be helped because I'm a up and coming author. I sometimes post that on my Twitter, but then other times it's just me like being autistic. So, but yeah, I'm like trying to write books as we speak, and I think Vito, being a fellow writer, would also like him following me would probably help out. Unfortunately, Super Killer sucks, so so yeah, and also the more I read shit on Vito, like Kiwi Farms and all that stuff, I'm just like becoming less fond of Vito. Like it's just like
The
every
pedo stuff, the weird pedo thing he has going on.
yeah, that, and also his takes are just so fucking abhorrently garbage, like 90% of the time.
Yeah, I can get that.
Like sometimes he has good.
He agreed with me on something. I just don't remember what it was.
Oh, well, that like I
Maybe it
like.
was an it might have been an iDubbbz fake. I actually don't remember. I don't remember. I remember he responded to one of my tweets about something.
Yeah, but yeah, like Vito, he's like wrong like 90% of the time. So there's that. Also, this isn't necessarily his fault, but every time I open Twitter, the first thing I see is just fucking Vito. Like, he's like, I see the tweet. It's just fucking. I just see a Vito tweet. It's probably because he follows me, but like, Jesus fuck, like every time I open Twitter, it's just fucking Vito. Like, I don't know what I did, but he probably just fucking posts every time. But anyways, but yeah, like iDubbbz. He's number 3, you say. So what about number 2? Like
iDubbbz is
someone
probably number 1 in terms of
sad.
actual falls. He's had a biblical downfall.
Again, who would be like the other two then that are like not as bad as iDubbbz, but are still like pretty depressing?
Tipster isn't depressing because I never liked Tipster. It's just funny more so, I guess.
Oh no, yeah, Tipster. No, like the transition for Tipster. That sounds. Yeah, ironically, I say transition, but he's like friends with like all these transitions. So maybe he would. I don't know. But the transition of Tipster, was so jarring to me because I swear to God, like I might just crazy, but he was actually liked at some point, right? Like he actually had. Like people actually liked him, and people even defended him when Illuminati body shamed his ass, like all that
He
time.
was liked, but I feel like he was liked because of his like in the commentary community, not necessarily because people actually like him.
Yeah, but like he wasn't necessarily hated either, and people actually defended him when Illuminati body
Yeah,
shamed.
they defended him. I mean, I never watched Tipster ever. I didn't even know who Tipster really was. I watched one. I think I watched a single Tipster stream before his downfall, and it was the Deaf Noodles, like the live comedy show one he did. He was
Yeah,
like watching his thing live. And
yeah,
one of the things I noticed about that Deaf Noodles thing, by the way, is the criticism of the Deaf Noodles. The criticism of Deaf Noodles was Deaf Noodles isn't funny, right? His jokes are bad. He's not funny.
yeah,
And then every single person who had that criticism immediately tries to like prove. I don't even know why they tried to prove like a point, but they were immediately trying to be funnier than Deaf Noodles, and every single one of them failed. Like it was horrific.
oh yes. um,
Like I
so
should just watch like Tipster told like the same terrible joke like 4 times in a row, and he was in like a Discord call with like 5 other people, and every single time he told the joke, there was just like these like really weak like canned laughs in the background, and the joke was like I don't even remember what it was. It was like Deaf Noodles should thank Augie RFC for letting him rent out his closet to do his comedy set from. And I was like, bro, you can't criticize this guy's humor and then pull that out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
yeah, it's Tipster.
So many people do that. It's actually ridiculous how many people do that. Every single time you see any commentator criticize someone else for like being unfunny, they immediately try and be funny to like I don't know why. It's like this weird tick. I remember Jaden used to do it all the time as well, and it was just never funny.
Aren't Jaden and Tipster friends?
God, I don't know. Jaden's Jaden's like affiliations change so often. Who knows if they're even friends anymore?
Jaden is a diet Keffals.
Well, Jaden doesn't even like Kevils anymore.
But why?
I don't know. I don't know. That's
Arnie
what I'm
doesn't.
saying. I didn't even realize they'd fallen out.
God, it's so fucking bipolar. Goddamn.
It's like a weird community that I don't even keep up with because it's like who cares about them really?
Then,
They're like
then you
they're like the
then you
goons of a super, like a super villain's goons.
yeah.
Like Skeletor's goons. That's what I view like Tipster, Keffel's, Jaden as like they're like Vorsh's goons.
Imagine why does like Vosh is like super AIDS and all that. But why are decent defenders? Like, why can't you have like fucking better defenders?
He doesn't have any good. Every single one of his defenders is some like weird creep or just like a moron. You know what I mean? Like his defenders are like Xander Hall, Demon Mama, like Heffels, Jaden, Hipster. Like those are his big defenders. Maybe Denims on like a good day, but I feel like Denims wouldn't defend him over Hassan.
Nah, I don't even know much about Dennis. Not gonna lie. I know
I
she's
don't
just
know
like
anything about Denims
weird.
either. That's the
Yeah, she's
joke,
just like.
isn't it? That's the joke about Denims. She's the top female Twitch streamer or top political female Twitch streamer.
But I don't hear nothing about her. Like she
Exactly.
seems.
That's what she writes in a Twitch bio though. She writes top female political streamer on Twitch.
Does she even
And
get?
no one has ever heard of her. No one knows who she is.
Yeah, like that's straight. Like let me check if she gets views. Hold on. Let me see.
I don't know. Probably less than 1,000.
Let me check her out. Pause. Denims. See if I can find her. Okay, I found her. Not done. Okay, I found her. Denims. Let's see. She.
Yeah, I think
I don't want to hear that. Okay, I mean 20K views. Like, is that good? I think that's
For what?
alright.
A YouTube channel?
No, for like Twitch.
How many
For like-
subs
for like-
do you have?
For like Twitch.
I don't know. I don't know what the thing for Denim the Twitch is.
She has 60K. She has 68K followers on Twitch, which sounds good. But then when you look at Hassan, he has like 1 million. So,
Yeah. I don't know
so
how many
she's-
viewers she gets. But she's like Hassan's waiting room, isn't she?
I think so. Yeah.
She's she's what you'd call like one of them, like she's like one of them fish that sticks on the side of sharks.
Yeah. Dennis doesn't even have a fucking YouTube channel.
She has a YouTube channel, I think it's called like
Oh, no.
Daily, or she has
Oh
different.
no. Oh no, I found it. She has like 17K.
Woohoo!
Okay, so
I know
she's
she has
even
a
that
YouTube channel because I used her in the Idols video.
Okay, so she isn't even that popular. I thought she was like she ain't shit.
No, but she's the most popular female Twitch streamer on Twitch. Political streamer. The most popular
That's not-
female politics streamer.
I feel like I feel like the 20th. I feel like flamenco has more fucking views. I feel like flamenco.
But that's the
I feel
thing,
like-
though. That's the irony of her saying she's the top female. I mean, because it's just like a specific niche. Like how many female political streamers on Twitch even are there? Like 2, like Denims and what's the other one? Frogan, and that's it.
Oh, there's Bad Bunny, but
Frogan is like barely a woman.
what about Bad Bunny? What's she up to?
Oh, Bad Bunny. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Are they even on Twitch?
I know she.
I don't know anything about Bad Bunny.
Also,
Other than she did that like $5 clip.
what $5 if you don't have $5, like something like that. Yeah.
Everyone was talking about it. PewDiePie talked about it.
And then Bad Bunny always gets paired with this like carpenter guy from like fucking Australia or something, or New Zealand, one of those two. And then he's like, he not only does he fucking reject the donations, he straight up turned off the donations. Period. Like that's actually he's the real humble king here.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, like also, I forever. Also, I'm assuming she changed her name from something else because of the, much more popular.
Yeah, she was Bad Bunny and then she changed. I think she changed it to something different now.
It's like
I don't know
it's
what
something like with Kira. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm assuming she changed it because of that's what happened to some other guy. fucking Maury. You know Maury, right?
No.
Do you know his old name? Just Destiny.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he changed it because of there's another Destiny that's far more popular than him. Which is weird because Maury has 3 million, so I don't know why he had to like, but whatever.
You don't think it's because of the Keemstar thing?
I don't know.
Oh, it leads me to
Maury,
that issue.
but Maury has like 3 million, so I don't like Destiny is way less popular than him, so I don't know why he had to like
Almost
protect him.
certain. It's almost certain that Keemstar. Oh, it's almost certainly that Keemstar thing. I would assume.
Maybe, but still that's yeah, but yeah, but Bad Bunny's is gone. So Tipster, he's like that was like that's the funny one. So we got a sad one and a funny one.
I know
Uh
Tipster, and I guess I don't know. I don't really cover many downfalls other than I guess like Logan Paul almost. Although most people wouldn't consider it a downfall. I'm the only guy who considers it a downfall.
I mean he's still up, I think.
No, I mean in terms of like the personality though. I
Oh,
think he's a downfall. So
uh
I have the unpopular opinion of Logan Paul in 2018 was actually like good or better than he is now.
even though he, scammed like people.
Well, he didn't scam in 2018.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. He
All
scammed
the
now.
worst thing he did in 2018, Logan Paul, and this is the thing that I feel like pushes him into scams, is that he got like shit on every week for doing stuff that other people were already doing. But for some reason, like he was just the target. So like he would do the same thing that someone like Filthy Frank would do, right? So like
Yeah.
Filthy Frank, he would have videos where he like goes out into the streets and he's like screaming as like pink guy and stuff. Like he has that one where he's like, "Do you see Alien?" He's like, "Have you seen Alien?" And he's like going out for like regular people doing that. He had that video where he
Yeah.
has like the spaghetti in his pocket. Remember that? He has the spaghetti in his pocket or the ravioli. He has the ravioli in his pocket.
Ravioli in my pocket. Ravioli in my pocket. Pocket. Fuck.
Yeah.
Pocket. And
And Logan Paul would do the same thing, but for some reason, like he just got shit on it for like, no, in my opinion, like no.
I guess being unfunny really is a serious crime.
He wasn't even that unfunny though. He was fairly funny. I mean, this guy was actually doing quite funny stuff. He was like pulling a fish out of a river and like doing CPR on it, and he's like tasing rats. Like it's fairly funny stuff that other YouTubers like Filthy Frank would have been doing.
Okay, the tasing rats thing, they're already dead.
They
Who
were already
cares?
dead, and Filthy Frank was like finding dead rats and like putting them in casserole.
No,
And
not just that.
tasting
No, not just that. He was feeding rats to a snake.
Oh
Which,
yeah, he was feeding live rats to a snake and no one cared. But then Logan Paul tased a rat and it's like a big deal.
yeah. So I don't
Then
know.
he had that other thing. He had that other thing where he said he was going to gay for a month and everyone got pissed at him for it. It's like who
even
cares?
though
Gay for a month is funny.
even though Filthy Frank was just straight up gay like multiple times.
Yeah.
The only two things that Logan actually did deserve flack for was, the Suicide Forest thing and, of course, the scams.
Well, if you assume the Suicide Force is real, which I don't think it was.
Really?
I don't think it was real.
Well, how so?
Well, it just doesn't make any sense. To me, it being fake makes more sense than it being. There's so much stuff that goes into that Suicide Forest thing as well. Like the guy who was like in the forest, no one ever figured out who it was. Like there's no police report of who it was. There was no family contacted. There was no friends contacted. Like you think the media would be like clamoring over this guy's like friends and family and stuff, trying to figure out who he was.
What, the dead guy?
Yeah. And then there's other stuff in the video like how like no animal has found him before Logan Paul. Like Logan Paul is the first living creature to have found this guy in a forest. You know what I mean? On top of that, like tons of other YouTubers have gone to that exact same forest looking for bodies. And I don't think a single other YouTuber has ever found one other than.
I think Rusty Cage went to the Suicide Forest, and there was clearly nothing there.
Yeah, I mean, tons of other prank like channels like Logan Paul, like these clout hungry channels, have done it, looking for corpses, and they haven't found anything. Logan Paul's the only one who's ever done it. And it just so happens that I mean, the video I've made on him, I said that there's like a YouTube Red show that came out like a month. It was either a month before or a month later. I think it was a month before, and it was called What Would You Do If You Found a Dead Body? And the first episode, like the pilot episode, is literally them going into a forest and a dead guy hanging from a tree. You know what I mean? And even people in the comments are like, "This is so weird and like coincidental." And I remember there was a theory at the time because Keemstar was saying at the time like, oh, wouldn't it be weird if like YouTube had actually made this video as like promotion for the show, as like a kind of like guerrilla marketing campaign, and it's just backfired on them?
Then they like threw the blame on. Okay, so if that's the case, that means that it's very likely that they fucking just threw Logan Paul under the bus. Then.
Yeah, well, that's what I said in the video, but it's like they had no to an extent they had no choice, right? Because this was at the time where like PewDiePie, you know, him just like being on YouTube and making that like deaf to all Jews joke was getting them in hot water, right?
Yeah.
Imagine if it came out that they'd actually assisted Logan Paul in faking this like suicide thing, which would be that would be like a huge deal, right? Like YouTube
Yeah.
would have been screwed over that if that had come out. That's
Oh
why I
shit.
feel like that's why I feel like that it was like they were somewhat involved, but Logan Paul kind of had to take the blame for it. I mean, I've always thought it was weird, and I remember even thinking at the time, and I would have been like 17 or however old I was, like 15, 17. I don't know, something like that. I don't even remember at that age thinking it was so fucking weird that Logan Paul got all of his monetization back and all of his YouTube Red shows back within the year, and PewDiePie, who made a Jew joke, has never gotten it back. He never got his YouTube Red shows back. He never got the monetization back. And
He
Logan
never
Paul
got
found the corpse and got it back within the year.
he never got his scare PewDiePie show. Yeah.
No, he never got anything. But like the YouTube Red stuff, he never got it back. It just doesn't. To me, that never made any sense.
Like PewDiePie's name, but he didn't do anything, man. It was pretty cut and dry why he did it. I think it's because he just wanted to see like if they would actually do it because like
It was
fucking,
a joke. It was a joke. It wasn't like a serious like call to action. It was clearly a joke. And the media ran with it, but like I mean,
he in the actual video he clearly looked like he literally had the face of like what have I done like what have I done.
exactly, yeah. I mean, it was obviously a joke. That's the thing that's so weird about it. It's like the Logan Paul apparently the corpse thing happened, and then there's all this other stuff. Like I remember Pie Man, I think they're called Pie Girl now, made a video on it.
Hi man, who's that?
Like ages ago. And people were talking about that for a bit when they made the video, but they got like their information wrong. But I feel like my theory was better, just because my theory makes more sense. You know what I mean?
My theory's better.
My theory is better because I think it's fake too. It's just like there's so much stuff that like you don't know about the situation. Like the guy that was in the forest was like a ghost. Like he literally doesn't exist. Like he can't find any record or family or anything. Like there's no police report about it. Also, seemingly no investigation into it.
Also, when they showed the body, was it there for like a while, or was it like quick glimpses? Because if it was quick glimpses, then perhaps that was like a way to avoid how fake the body looked.
There was they would show the body, but it was never like a full on, like they weren't just like pointing the camera at it, but it was like, always from like a distance, or they were just like showing his hands in close up and that. And I know Turkey Thomas stuff said like, you know, like it looks realistic if it is a corpse or whatever, but it's like, I mean, they can make. I mean, Darren Brown like made a dummy corpse of a man, and people were standing like right next to it, and they couldn't tell that it was a fake guy. You know what I mean? And that's just some random bald magician who did that.
Yeah, like a random ball.
This is like Logan Paul. He has all the resources in the world.
I think Logan has more resources than fucking Darren.
Probably.
Yeah, Darren isn't really all that popular anymore. So Logan definitely has. So
at least he could easily do the same thing. I mean, I've always. It just doesn't make any sense. The whole story is like ridiculous. I mean, if you even think about the story for a second, like a YouTuber went to a forest, found a corpse, filmed it. He said, "This is a good idea." He's like a big YouTuber. He's not some like random clout chaser. He's like an actual big YouTuber. Like he's in YouTube. He finds a corpse. He says, "I'm gonna film it." He gives it to his producers, his editors. No one thinks. Like all the people who are there with him, they're all like giggling, right? Yeah. None of his producers, none of his editors, none of his PR guys are like, maybe we shouldn't upload this video with like a dead guy in it. Maybe we shouldn't do this. No one ever thinks that, right? Not a single person on his team thinks that for a second. YouTube see it, and then they put it in trending. And they don't like, you know what I mean? It's like the whole story, when you actually think about it, it's like ridiculous.
I actually don't have any arguments. Actually, I never even thought about that.
No one ever thinks about it from that perspective. They just see it and they go like, well, I guess Logan Paul, he recorded the video, and then every single person who works with him, and then he talks about like, you know, Mike, what's his fucking name? Mike Majolak or something was supposed to be like brought on after that as like the guy is like his non-yes man. But Mike Magulek is clearly a yes man. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. But
More
so I
yes
guess
man than anyone else that he's worked with, to be honest.
the only like thing that Logan actually did was like the scamming.
The scamming, in my opinion, is the worst. Well, I would argue it's probably worse than that. Even if the body stuff is true, I'd argue the scamming is worse.
Yeah, and also this isn't necessarily okay, that's kind of his fault. Prime is nasty, dog. Prime is fucking nasty. That's just sweet as fuck, bro. Uh, like one time when I was the way I tried it was kind of interesting too. One time I was in Denmark, patrolling, patrolling the streets, and I had to get a free sample because I'm fighting crime. You get exhausted, and I got a free sample because for some reason they just had like there was fucking people that had just boxes of that shit. I grabbed one. That shit was sweet. It was pure sugar. Oh my god, dog. It was so sweet.
Was it the water version or like the energy drink version?
The energy drink version.
I've had the energy drink version. It just tastes like normal. I mean, I don't know.
It's really sweet though.
Seems like the same. They all seem the same to me. Like those
they,
not like necessarily like energy drinks, but those types of energy drink to me all seem the same. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
like Powerade and Gatorade like taste like exactly the same. Not gonna lie.
Like Fury and whatever the Fury one is, Tyson Fury drink is called.
They also
Tastes the
yeah,
same.
Tyson Fury.
Made by
But
the
yeah,
same guy, I assume.
but yeah, but yeah, Prime is like really sweet. It's not terrible, but like I wouldn't drink it unless I was like really thirsty. Um, but yeah, like so the scamming is probably Jake Paul's actually bad though.
Jake Paul is like a weird example because people say Jake Paul is bad, but it's like, what has he actually done other than be unlikable?
I mean he did.
Allegedly rape. I mean, I don't know.
I know he was rioting during like the George Floyd shit, but like he was just being an opportunist.
Yeah, but who cares really?
Yeah. um, this isn't
Really
really.
interesting things about the Pauls. I've always thought that is that they just kind of like they were sort of in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know what I mean? When they got all the shit.
Yeah, I guess.
If they'd appeared
Uh,
2 years earlier, they probably would.
yeah, I feel like no, if Logan Paul said that he was a character, then people would have liked him.
If he said well, he does the learn and grow thing, doesn't he? Now, but I argue he's ungrown. He's unlearned.
Yeah, a little bit because of the scamming, but
It's not just the scamming. He has like the obvious, like obviously fake persona that comes with the learning and growing thing, right?
yeah,
Like the therapy junkie mindset.
and also
Like these dudes who are like constantly in therapy, like every day.
if you're in therapy every day, does
Therapy
therapy
is like
actually work?
therapy is such a fucking weird. That's not gonna fair. Therapy is such a weird thing though, on like for YouTubers. You know what I mean?
If you're in therapy every day, does
They
therapy
are
actually?
though. All of these YouTubers are like constantly in therapy. They constantly preach going to therapy, right?
I'm not.
To
This
me,
isn't me.
therapy is a treatment, right? You have a problem, like a mental problem. You go to a therapist for like up to 6 months, and then they fix it, and then you don't go back, right? I feel like if you're
Yeah,
constantly in therapy, there's obviously something like either you don't have a problem, or you should be locked away forever. You know?
or at least go to like a real doctor, like a psychiatrist, for example.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ethan Klein is like, and Fuzi's the same. Ethan Klein's talking like all, which is like to me, it's just like what the fuck? Like therapy's worthless, to an extent if you just constantly. That's why I call him therapy junkie. Therapy is like worthless to an extent if you just constantly on antidepressants.
Yeah, yeah, like therapy. It's I mean that's why there's ranks, right? There's therapists, then there's psychologists, and then there's just psychiatrists, which those are the actual doctors.
Psychiatrists are like more like feel like they go for like criminal, probably like actually dangerous people.
No, yeah, psychiatry is like actual like straight up schizophrenia or
Yeah, yeah.
like psychopaths or shit like that.
Hmm.
But like fucking therapists is like, oh man, my girlfriend broke up with me, so I don't really know what I want to do. So shit like that.
Yeah, yeah. Therapists are like a mixed bag, though. Aren't they? Well, I don't know. I guess they are a mixed bag because I knew a therapist who was like he was like an ex-marine, and he just dealt with PTSD, and he seemed like pretty good.
Yeah, so like I guess it's like very like a therapist that like deals with like a specific hyper niche. Maybe they would be good,
Well, it's like what's that woman who's like Shane Dawson's therapist?
Uh,
She
fuck
was in his psychopath documentaries. Don't remember.
shit.
And she was like a weight. What they call like a weight or like an eating psych therapist.
A dietitian,
No,
a
I don't know what
fitness
they
instructor.
deal with. One of them, I guess it's someone who I don't know. I don't know. She's like a
Oh,
therapist, but she deals with like people who eat a lot. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Too much. Boogie's therapist. I don't think
Boogie
she is.
needs
I don't think she's Boogie's therapist. But
Boogie
Boogie is
needs.
another example of a guy who's in therapy. He's talking about how he's in therapy for like 10 years or whatever. It's like, bro,
Hell,
obviously your therapist is shit. You know what I mean? If you've been in therapy for 10 years, clearly your therapist is shit.
why doesn't he go to like a fucking psychiatrist? Like,
Why does he
like
just go
not
to the
like
gym? Why does he just eat a salad? I mean, the Boogie hates himself. The Boogies will never change.
that documentary by Mike Klum is so interesting because why does like Boogie has clearly given up because in that documentary they just straight up expose Boogie as like the weird
Yeah.
but
The
like
Boogie clearly had an image of what he wanted to present in that documentary.
it's
He wanted that documentary to be a shit now.
it's such he has such a weird death wish though. Like what?
Well, that's the
Um
thing. That's why no one likes Boogie is because he's constantly like doing stuff that fucks over his own life. But then he like every time he's like, oh well, that's just that's how it is. And it's like, well, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, who cares then? That's why I said that in the video. It's like you can't keep feeling bad for a guy. He just like intentionally.
yeah, like he has such a weird death wish, and obviously let's not forget about the infamous, the now iconic job interview scene where
Oh yeah,
the girl was like saying, "Oh, okay, so he does that," and then he was talking about his backstory about how he's like he just straight up called himself a pedophile. What the fuck
yeah.
was that? Like, what was that supposed to be?
I don't know. He says that's a bit, but I maintain it wasn't. I don't trust
Uh,
anything.
like he straight up called himself a pedophile. He also is disabled, recognized by Arkansas.
So Saint
Actually, quick
County or
question.
whatever.
Actually, quick question. Do you say Arkansas or Arkansas?
I say Arkansas.
Okay, good.
That's how
Good.
Boogie
All
says
right.
it.
So he said he was recognized by the county of Arkansas, and also by the government of the United States. Uh, and no, he's only disabled because of his own, you know, whatever. And then blah blah. He worked in the porn industry or
He works
something.
on it. Yeah, Boogie had like a porn blog or something ages ago.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, like fucking other people like Vito. Anyways,
Laguna.
um, and um, and then the job interviewer was like, "Dog, what the fuck, dog? You ain't gonna say this shit. Shut up." Um, like Boogie is he has like a death wish, right? Like he is like he wants to make himself look as pathetic as possible. Yet with other things, he thinks he's like the shit because multiple times, I think he even said it with Frank Hassel. I don't remember. He said that he didn't want to fuck Arkansas eights but he wanted to fuck LA tens. So he clearly wants like them bad bitches, which is his current girlfriend. His current girlfriend is not ugly at all. Um, and so he clearly has a high view of himself in that aspect, and he also thinks getting like a job at anywhere else is like super gay. So he wants to make himself seem as pathetic as possible, but then he views himself super highly in these fucking aspects. So
It's
what the
just
fuck
because
is
he's built his entire career off of being pathetic. So in my mind, it's like he thinks the only way he can like succeed is for being pathetic.
yeah, and it's actually so sad that even Wings of Redemption is calling out. It's just fucking calling his shit out. Like Wings is actually like getting sick and tired of him.
Well, Wings has his own problems, but I don't really know anything about.
I will say though, Wings is getting slightly better. He's actually like trying to like be something. He's had his own issues, but Wings is actually trying to be better himself. Like I think Wings was beat Boogie in the boxing match, so that's a start. And also in the Lol Cow podcast, Wings is actually like he keeps calling out Boogie for being a fucking retard. So yeah, like Wings, and also Wings has like a girlfriend, but like an actual like like someone that would like work for him and not like some weird gold digger like Boogie. So Wings is actually trying to better himself, unlike fucking Boogie.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just. I have another story of a downfall. He's not exactly a YouTuber, but if I were to like include my own my own person, I'm a. You probably don't notice. It's like it's kind of like another community, or maybe you do. I don't know. So I already told you earlier. I'm trying to be an author, and so this like kind of pisses me off, like because like this one like relates to me, like it pisses me off like substantially. But have you ever heard of Patrick Rothfuss?
Nope.
I've actually told this story to like 300 fucking YouTubers. Um, I actually I fucking hate Patrick so much. You have no idea. Do you happen to know the King Killer franchise?
No, I don't think so.
Name of the Wind?
Nope.
Okay, fuck. All right. So I'm gonna have to tell you. I'm gonna have to give you. I'm gonna give you well, not autistic detail, but still something so you can kind of understand why I hate this guy and how his story. It's kind of funny, but also sad because he didn't have to do it. So basically, Patrick Rothfuss, he's a 50-year-old fantasy writer, right? He writes fantasy novels. He has a grand total of 2 books. Uh, well, 3. He has a grand total of 3 books, which is really bad considering that he started his career in 2007. He is known for his King Killer franchise. Um, he wrote the first book in 2007. The Name of the Wind. Everyone loved him and shit. People started calling him fantasy's next superstar, which is interesting. Which is interesting considering that George R. R. Martin existed. Um, and George R. R. Martin, that's a whole other thing. Like, I don't want. I don't want. He also just makes me fucking upset. George R. R. Martin, like 14 years, bro. What? Um, and so Patrick, he was Fantasy Next Superstar. Then 5 years later, he released a second book, The Wise Man's Fear. So we got our 2 books, the 2 King Killer books, right? People start to like Patrick. You still hear me, buddy?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And blah blah. People start to like him. So what could go wrong? Well, to not go on super detail, he hasn't released his third book in over 14 years, and that's already bad, right? And also throughout like the years, he straight up lied about release dates. He's leaked pictures of a manuscript, so it turns out they were false. We don't even have a title for the third book, which is great. If you look it up, you may think it's Doors of Stone, but apparently that's false. Um, so here's the couple. So here's the 3 big things that he did, and I think one of them will make you like grow. Um, in 2016, we were already like 7 years into the hiatus. So so in 2016, there was this event that happened where I don't know if you know this event. It's pretty like minor. It was like an election between 2 candidates. I don't know if you know this event. One of them was named Donald Trump, I think, and the other was named Hillary.
Hey.
Do you know that event? I would understand if you don't. It's pretty minor.
Yeah, I know.
But this fucker Patrick said, straight up, if if Donald Trump gets elected, I don't think I'm gonna be able to write. Guys, like, Trump got elected. So we're led to believe that for the next 4 years, he just straight up didn't write anything. He also became a streamer, so that already. So, and as you know, if you become a streamer, that's like 90% chance that will kill you. And so he just wasted a lot of time on streaming and D&D of all things. Like, yeah, he wasted all the time on fucking Dungeons and Dragons. Um, he is actually one of the main reasons why I'm disliking that fucking game now. So anyways, he wasted a lot of time. And then he did something really, really gay in 2022. So he was streaming or 2020, yeah, 2022. So one day he was streaming this Minecraft game, right? Um, as you know, Minecraft is the best game ever. There's no weird drama happening with the
No.
game at all. It's a safe haven, right? Right, Big Bungie, right? It's
No,
totally
nothing weird happening in the the Minecraft community.
and so he streamed the Minecraft. You know, ironically, this would count as Minecraft drama. So he streamed the game, right, and he made a wager. He said that if y'all could donate to Patrick Rothfuss over $333,333, that exact number, to Patrick, and before he killed the Ender Dragon, he would release the first chapter of the third book. You know, the third book that hadn't come out in like 12 years by that point. And not only did people overkill that shit, they absolutely massacred it. I think they donated 500,000. So now he had to write the first chapter, right? No, he didn't. Not only did he straight up rob the money, he fucking robbed that shit. Um, he gave it to a charity that's also corrupt, and he also promised four other things that he never delivered on. One of them was a whole ass audiobook about like an audio drama on his books. So he just straight up robbed his audience $500,000. Which, geez, that's somehow worse than crypto scamming. Honestly. Um, and then the last thing he did was the most recent one. Uh, this one makes you upset. So one day in March or April, he made an announcement. This is coincidentally around the time when Creator Clash 2 was happening. This matters because Patrick Rothfuss was tweeting out about Creator Clash 2. So there's that little connection. And Patrick, so Patrick announced a new book, right? And at first you're like, oh my god, this could be the third book. Ooh, no, fuck you. That's not the third book. Why would there ever be a fucking third book? And but but people were like speculating on what this could be. Like a new IP, maybe another story in the King Killer franchise. Like, what could it be? Um, and eventually we got a stream. Now to give you some context, in 2016, he wrote a short story for George R. R. Martin because George hired 20 authors to write short stories for him for his new anthology book. Patrick was one of those 20. He wrote a short story called The Lightning Tree, which is about a character in the universe. And so in the live stream, which was like 40 minutes by the way, me and my pal, I'm actually gonna send you his. I'm actually gonna send you. Hold on, give me a sec. Hold on, I'm getting some guys.
Hmm.
Sorry about that. Anyways, so he announced what the book was, and like it was really disappointing because what the book was, it was a remastered version of the short story that he did all that time ago. Um, Essentially meaning that fans had to wait 8 years for a remaster. Like, so there basically hasn't been any new content in the universe for over 14 years. And yeah, like Patrick is just kind of slowly becoming like a lolcow for the like the fantasy community. So so I don't really. So yeah, I guess that would be an example of like a downfall. But yeah. I see you're muted. Okay, I'm gonna wait.
Heyo.
Yeah, you heard all that?
Okay.
Did you hear all that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he would be like another example of like a downfall, like a kind of sad one. He's not exactly in like your kind of like you know community or like not your, but he would be an example of that. And because like, how do you take 14 years? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, oh, like to write a book. And same goes for fucking George R. R. Martin. Like, but both of them, being both of them being in the same project. Like, oh, but he would be like another example of a downfall. But actually, are you good in the art of writing, Big Bungie? Or you
Me?
consider yourself a master class writer in the fiction?
I don't know. I've never done it.
It's in my opinion, it's pretty. No, um, it's not the easiest thing, obviously, but I think you could. I think if you just obsessively watch just movies and TV, and read a bunch of books, you'll get the hang of it. Uh, I don't know. Do you like, or do you like watch just a lot of movies constantly, or like nah, or like you're not about that life?
Um, I don't know. I guess I watch a fair amount. It's not like
A fair
constant.
a fair amount. Uh, would you consider yourself like an expert analysis on media, or like nah?
Um,
If you're making
I
a
don't know.
video on the, I mean, if you're making a video on the boys, and like I assume you have some level of competency, given how the boys is like a popular show.
I guess, I guess so to an extent.
Well, actually, what other contrarian? Actually, isn't even becoming contrarian to hate the boys, because like not a lot of people
No,
are kind
it's turning around on it. I said a while ago that the opinion was going to shift on that show.
it has been, because like the that yeah I earlier in this call you said, so the poster. I'm assuming you're talking about the Trump one, right?
Yeah, yeah. I hate that Trump stuff. It's just lazy. I think
Yeah, like
you can make good jokes about Trump. It's just
no,
they
yeah,
always
there has been.
choose the laziest way to do it.
No, yeah, there has been a lot of fucking good Trump jokes, but like, um, but yeah, like they just kind of gave up here. So, well, yeah, what other like contrarian takes do you have, or I don't know if they're even considered contrarian, but you get the idea.
Um, I don't know. The only other video on a movie I've ever thought about making was a video on Mad God. In that film, Mad God,
Mad at God,
Mad God. Yeah, it was a like Phil or what's his name? Like Jim Tippett or Phil Tippett or something.
Phil Tippett. Let me look him up real quick.
Or Jim
Uh,
Tippett. It was one of the two. I think it's Phil.
let me find him real quick. Phil Tippett. So how do you spell? Is it Tippet?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Phil Tippett. Let's see if I can find him. All right, Google, you're not helping me. What the fuck? Oh my god, Google. I just wanted to find an actor. Why are you making me do a captcha? Phil Tippett. Okay, fun. Um, is he like an old guy?
Yeah. He's like a
Okay, yeah.
visual
What?
effects guy. He did a film called Mad God, which everybody
What?
liked. Everyone like you got a lot of shit for saying it was bad, but
What?
it's pretty bad.
What's it about?
It's not about anything. It's literally not about anything. It's the best way I can describe it is it's just a series of random like it's just a series of random puppet animated garbage. That's literally the film. It's not there's no plot, there's no story, there's no characters. Most of the film is just a dude walking. But it looks good. You know, it looks nice to look at because of the art, the animation style. So every time you talk about it, people, negatively, you get shit on.
Oh wow.
I remember because I watched a video from a guy and he was shitting on it. In the entire comment section was just shitting on him for it. And then I watched the movie and I was awful. This is so boring. The entire movie is just a dude walking.
So okay, so this is just Death Stranding.
Yeah, pretty much. But there's a lot of I feel like there's a good amount of joke. So maybe I'll make that at some point.
No, if people seem to like Mad God, uh, then yes, make a make a video. You need to ruffle some feathers. No, I never heard of it though, so I'll have to see. I'll have to see for myself if you're like just maybe you just don't get it. Maybe you're missing the point.
Well, the point is, it's like war. It's like a war bad movie, isn't it? It's like one of them war bad things. But it's like the whole movie is. I don't like. I don't like. If I'm being honest, I don't like themes, or not necessarily themes, but I feel like there's a certain point where theme just ruins an entire movie because they're trying to relate too heavily to the theme. You know what I mean?
I mean, most, if not all, like stories have themes. Like, what do you mean?
They have themes, but like Mad God is just theme. It's a film that's just theme. There's nothing more to it than theme, and the theme is so basic. It's just war bad, and so it's like who cares?
I mean, I can I mean, I can understand that. Like, obviously, your story needs to have themes, and I do like your story needs to have like a good theme to like that's like a deep foundation of like most
I don't know.
stories.
It's like debatable if a story needs themes. To be honest, sometimes
I think
sometimes a story can have themes, but I feel like a lot of stories it's unintentional. Like
no, I think
you just write characters or you write a story. I don't think there's necessarily a theme to it. But
no,
it's
I'm
like
not.
yes, it's like you thinking I'm gonna make a story about whatever the war or whatnot.
No, I think stories and like themes go hand in hand. But like you don't necessarily have you don't not every aspect of a story has to fit with the theme. I'm assuming like that's like the thing, but like a theme can like you can still think about a theme. But I'm assuming what War God is or God of Mad God. What the fuck?
Mad God.
Mad God. I'm assuming what the problem here is that it's just straight up like everything is just empty.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can watch it. I mean, it's just like it's a pointless film because nothing happens. Well, it's not that nothing happens. Stuff does happens. It's just like what's that game? It's like that fucking game, Scorn or whatever. You know that game, Scorn? It's not like Scorn, but
Scorn.
it's like that
I
game that was designed by H.R. Geiger. You know that game?
I think I heard of Scorn. Let me look it up. Okay.
And then
Scorn.
people played it, and it was just like the art is there, but there's nothing else to it. That's what it's like.
I feel like there's a commonality with
Like there's
like
no
these.
lore or anything to it.
I feel like there's a common theme between like if a game has good or unique art, it's gonna suck.
Pretty much.
Or like
The thing
or like a movie.
Scorn is got good art, but like the way the world is built makes you feel like there's more to it. But then there isn't anything. Like there's no story, there's no plot. It's just such a basic thing. It feels
Kind
like
of
a waste, to be honest. And same with Mad God, it's just a waste. Like you could have made something good with it, but then they just didn't.
kind of reminds me of Hollow. It kind of sounds like Hollow Knight. Like I thought like Hollow Knight apparently isn't really all that.
Hollow Knight
Uh
actually has a lot of story, like bizarrely a large amount to it.
yeah, but like
It's all in item descriptions.
it just seems from what I've heard at least it just seems so basic.
It's like Dark Souls in
There we go.
the same way.
Yeah, so it just seems like yeah, it just kind of seems like uh
But there
but
is lore, but you just have to go through like 100 items.
is it even worth it? Like is the lore even like
Well,
good?
I don't know. Sometimes it's like fairly. Well, Dark Souls lore seems to be time.
No,
Hollow
Dark
Knight's
Souls lore.
fine. It's like fine.
No, Dark Souls lore is like They master the art of implicit storytelling.
Yeah.
Which and and another type of media that like does that a lot is it's our favorite kind of media. ARG ARG.
ARGs. ARGs.
Uh, what's your opinion on ARGs? Like, I fucking hate them sometimes, but I also can't get
Sometimes
enough
they're
of them.
good, sometimes they're bad. I mean, some of them are alright. Ironically, Mandela Catalog was pretty good. Till the rape.
It got worse, but like it was good for a little bit.
I feel like at a certain point they just lose up. Well, one of my least favorites is the. I actually know a lot of them. The Monument Mythos is one of my least favorites.
What? No, no. I love Monument Myth.
The Monument Mythos is really good, and then but then it becomes about fucking Richard Nixon is like a superhero, right?
Yeah, that's season
And
2.5.
yeah, it's so retarded. The first
But
one was actually very good.
I mean, it's always been kind of retarded though, right? Like fucking the Sphinx going to Mars. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but I can like grasp that. But then when they start making Richard Nixon as a superhero, at that point, that's when I like drop off. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. That was like my limit. You know? Like I can understand the statue of whatever faith or whatever is like alive. That sounds like fairly interesting. But then when they make Richard Nixon, he's like fighting. He like fights someone, doesn't he? Like Richard Nixon fights someone on the moon. Isn't that part of it?
Yeah, like the whole Nixon verse storyline is that uh Nixon, who's like a god, he creates the fucking last son of Alcatraz,
Yeah, some
who's
shit like that.
who's also Nixon, by the way. And then like Nixon gets like mind raped by the moon people, and then this other fucker named the D-Day Knight, who has the helmet of the Horned Serpent for some reason, and then all that like fights and all that, they just start fighting, and then for some reason the world becomes fictionalized with the help of Dwight, the black guy, him that esa persona, that guy, he fictionalizes yes.
That's the point where it drops off, and then he did the other one where there's like two snakes, but I didn't even get into that because it's like, and then turned out
There's
that guy was a rapist as well. That guy who wrote that was a rapist.
Why is everyone a rapist? Oh my
They're all
god.
rapists. I don't know why. So that's
um
like that was good until it became shit, and then the other one is like I don't know what the other ones I've even looked at are. Like
I just
Sun
want to
Vanished
say
was alright. Sun Vanished was fine, but I only ever saw one thing from it.
there seems to be a weird correlation between ARGs and Alex's, because Marble Hornets, remember that thing?
There seems to be a thing with ARGs and rapists.
Oh, Tribe 12, he was a rapist too.
Too many rapists in the ARG community.
Uh, he was a fucking rapist too. I trying to think of any other cases, but I'm fucking drawing a blank. But
I guess
I'm okay.
what was who's the guy who did Backrooms? Is he a rapist?
Hope not. So Tame Pixels. I don't think so. Ironically enough, Urban Spook isn't a rapist, even though like
Urban
look at the fucking.
Spook. That guy's great.
I love Urban Spook.
I like him too.
Honestly, he's kind of a like a bitch. Don't get me wrong, but I still love him. He stands his ground. I can respect that.
It's his art is so funny as well.
Uh, his art is great. It's fucking hilarious.
I wanted to get him to do merch, but his commissions are all closed.
Oh man. You know what? I can respect Ernstwick though, because he does stand his ground. He's like, bro, if you don't like, he's like, y'all are just, he does the classic, y'all are just bitches. Like,
Yeah, I mean he's right. I mean who cares? It's not a big a deal.
yeah, like he stands his ground. He's funny. I like him, and also I do think he's not necessarily wrong about the analog horror community, because like people were saying like, oh my god, Urban Spook, you're so edgy, and I mean he is a fucking edgelord, but but there's this wow, there's this tweet where he said like, oh, you guys are just like so focused on like this autistic furry shit on the like horror, like what honestly I think I understand what he's trying to say, because a lot of analog horror is just weird, like autistic garbage in a way, because like even when it's good, it's still like weird autistic shit. Like men, like all of a lot of analog horror is just really complicated. Like Monument Mythos, not even like I said, like that's like season 3 of Monument Mythos just fucking drops the ball so goddamn hard. And Mandela Catalog, that gets worse. Fucking Gemini, that's just incomprehensible.
Oh, Gemini. Fuck, what's it called? Gemini Home Entertainment.
Yeah, that's just
I
incomprehensible.
actually think Gemini's all right. It's just that I guess you're right in the sense it's too confusing.
Yeah, like
There's all
and
this like weird stuff about there's some what was the other stuff in Gemini? There was like evil computers as well. Or something.
yeah, there's like a lot going on in Gemini. There's like aliens, but also an evil company.
Yeah,
And
just
like
simplified it a bit down.
there's also like a video game too. It's really weird. Fucking. So I understand what Urban Spook is saying, because if you look at the Painter, which is his series, it's a
Very
really
simple.
simple. It's very
Yeah.
simple. It's just a killer. And I actually do respect that. Like he actually decided to take the more simpler route, because it's like you get to a point where if you actually just do something simple, that's like unique, and it's kind of sad actually. But if only he executed it better, then we would have then maybe I would have praised him more. But I do respect him for going in the more simpler route. But too bad that he's an edgelord. But yeah, like, but yeah, a lot of edgelords.
I
But yeah, a
think
lot
it's
of
because a lot of them are trying to do like the mystery thing, right?
yeah,
Trying to be like a
yeah.
mystery, and then they start introducing too many elements. But I feel like it's probably what's happening.
Yeah, that's what's going on with fucking Greylock.
Yeah, yeah. I can't even.
Great.
I don't even know what's happening in that.
Like I saw Wendigoon's video when he was comparing Greylock to fucking Urban Spook of all things, and when Wendigoon, don't get me wrong, I love Wendigoon, but I felt like Wendigoon was shilling for Greylock a bit, because when he was describing the events of Greylock, I felt like there was like 10 things going on, and I was like, okay, okay, it's like okay, Greylock, like chill out.
Yeah, I don't really know what's happening in Gorilla Crime. And there's like something about like people get merged together now. Isn't that something that happened in a new one? Someone
I
gets
don't.
merged with someone gets merged with a dog.
Oh, what the so
It
yeah,
was
like
actually
it's
like it was good. It was a good effect though. I'll give them
yeah,
that.
it was. And also yeah, like a lot of like implicit storytelling is pretty good. I love it, but analog horror doesn't, or ARGs don't really do it right sometimes, or most of the time even.
Well, it's because it's through one medium, which is YouTube.
Yeah,
Like if
exactly.
you look at like the Jurassic Park ARG, which was like like a website, or like the one that before the Batman movie came out, The Dark Knight. That
Yeah,
was
yeah.
alright.
Or Cicada. Well, that's not really a story, but Cicada 331. That was like a lot going on there. Um, my favorite example though of ARG implicit storytelling is a pretty unknown one though. I highly doubt it, but have you ever heard of SNCH?
No.
It is implicit storytelling to the fuck. Like it is actually like genuinely retarded how like how subtle it is. This channel, right, only has 22 videos. And all the videos are like 40 seconds long. Like you could actually watch it in like an hour or less. Like the entire thing. And but basically the channel, right, is about like these three guys. And they're just kind of fucking around. Also, the channel is like low budget as fuck. like honestly, the budget is like $1. I swear to God. Uh, but basically, the channel is just these three guys fucking around. And in the first batch of videos, they find like this baby monitor that's like making weird noises, or like, or it only makes weird noises when the cameraman gets like close to it. Um, and then in the last video of the first batch, everything is like really dark, and like there's like this weird dark figure. No, but then it just abruptly ends, and then the second batch of videos completely ignores the first batch of videos, and then there's like this, and then there's just like nothing happens at all, until like the last video where the door gets ripped apart. It's really strange, and we're not really getting an answer to it because the channel has been inactive for like 5 years. But so you may be wondering, what's the story here? Well, apparently, apparently, the channel is actually about like the guy basically going through like the regret, or like it's like basically just the guy going through like the regret of like abandoning his daughter, or like his dead, or like something about his dead daughter or something. It's really fucking like out of nowhere. But there's clues though, because baby monitor only affects the cameraman. And in the second video, like the second batch, the videos are like code, but the last like 4 words is "Where is your daughter?" So okay, and a lot of the like titles in the second batch are like, like weird biblical things that like tie into like the character or something about like, how he's like a lazy father or like a bad father. How am I supposed to get that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck am I supposed to get any of that? Like, that's implicit storytelling to like the absolute fuck, and that annoys me,
Yeah.
And so, so analog horror, apart from everyone just being a rapist for some reason,
Everyone in Alamo Horror is a rapist.
and actually, like the analog horror is just getting up there with the the Minecraft community. Oh
Yeah.
no,
It's that thing, wasn't it like a bunch of memes about NL? Although I
you
will say, what was the Godzilla one? That one was pretty good.
I haven't seen it. Is it good?
What was it called? Men in the Suit?
Yeah, what's it about?
It's just
It's
about
about Godzilla.
it's about the dude who plays Godzilla just turns crazy. And he turns into Godzilla.
Oh, wow. Okay, that one also seems a bit
I
monument
think it was
mythos.
like the guy who made it was like 15, but he got like harassed so much that he just like left the internet.
What the fuck happened there?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I just remember seeing Urban Spook talk about it.
Urban Spook seems like a ardent anti-cancel culture kind of person.
Yeah, probably.
It's because I remember him making a tweet about like how he was saying, despite Alex calling him like shit and also calling him a pedophile, because Alex liked a lot of tweets of people calling Urban Spook a pedophile. And despite all that, Urban Spook was like, "Listen, Alex, I'm sorry you had to go." Like,
That's
what
the
a slow
irony
guy.
of Urban Spook.
What a
Urban
Urban Spook
Spook
is
always
a huh?
Urban Spook always wins in the end.
Yeah, and also like he's not a mean guy. Like he's surprisingly swell, even though he's kind of he's also 15. Like give him some slack. Like chill out. Like for Urban Spook is like I think he's like a young person.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's like 14 or 15 or 16 even. But like he's not that old. Yeah, he's younger than Alex. That's for goddamn sure. Um. So again, I don't know how he's well. So he can't even be a pedophile by that logic. Uh, but if he is like 15, then he does have talent. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Like his art is actually okay. Like it's actually pretty good, even though it looks fucking funny sometimes. Um, but yeah, like I don't know the analog, but I don't even know how to feel about analog horror anymore, because like back then last year I couldn't get enough of it. Like that's all. I watched iceberg videos on like analog horror to see if like what's like the new one I can catch. But now I'm just like, oh, like I'm just like, like I don't know how, like what I'm saying, like everyone, like, well, the funny thing is was that people kind of forgot about the Mr. Manicore one, like that's the monument myth. Like people forgot that he was in the, like, I actually, people just straight up forgot, because his videos still get views.
Mr. Manticore. Yeah.
That's
Is
the
that
that's
that
the name. That's my monument mythos guy. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but people forgot because like his videos still get views.
What does he
So
do now? Is he still on Monument Mythos? I
yeah,
guess
there's 5
so.
seasons. Yeah, there's 5 seasons.
God. I don't know if I can watch it. It's too much.
Um, if how many seasons have you seen? You've seen the first 2, right?
I saw the first one, and then yeah, I saw the first two, and a bit of the third one.
The fourth one being AK season 3. That one they really dropped the ball. Monument Mythos modern day fucking sucks ass, because it's about like Trump and shit.
Oh,
It's about It's about Trump, um, Mickey Mouse,
The murder of
It's
Mickey
like
Mouse.
the Mickey Mouse, the girl from the first season, Virginia Arnoldson. She comes back. Why? Because fuck you. Um, Oppenheimer, he's there too.
Oppenheimer's there. Trump's
Yeah,
there. Is Trump the villain?
weirdly enough, no. Like that's the strange part. I know for a fact this guy isn't a Trump supporter, but he's strangely sympathetic towards Trump. Like Trump, like they show like one of the videos, like a point that they constantly make with Trump is that they show that there's like an image in the video or in the series where it's like the mugshot right with Trump,
Yeah.
uh, but it's all bloodied up, and
Yeah.
basically and basically the implication there is that the police department or like the government is like just beating up Trump and making him like and so strangely sympathetic towards him, and also whenever Trump is like in like introduced, like they always portray him as like he also like burned him, like remember in season 2 where James Dean I think burned himself to like save himself from Alcatraz. um Trump I think did the same thing. And also Trump was the one that said that Robert Pattinson, yeah that's right, Robert Pattinson is the president now. um Robert Pattinson killed like half the world or something. So weirdly enough, they're strangely sympathetic towards Trump. So I don't. So that's the strange. I that's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that. Seasons it still sucks though. Like it generally does. Like I felt like the weirdness. Like it was always been retarded, but like in like a good way. But now it's just straight up retarded because like yeah, Robert Pattinson is president now. Um,
There's a limit on that. There's a limit on how weird it can be.
yeah, like Mickey Mouse turns
And I
into
feel
like
like
this.
they reached that limit when Richard Nixon fighting the moon.
Yeah, when Richard Nixon. Actually, I don't even know what's happening because in Nixon verse, it started off with Nixon. Then he became Superman.
Yeah.
Then he became Jesus. Then he became a house, and then he became the Moon King.
Yeah. It's stupid. It's too much. You should
Yeah,
keep it simple.
yeah, like and which again is why I slightly respect Urban Spook because he actually just wanted to make something simple. Um, and and that goes with season 5 of Monument Mythos. Like Robert Pattinson is president. Fucking Oppenheimer's here too. Apparently, Mickey Mouse comes to life or something, and he turns into like the freaking monument monster, whatever that is, and he has like this never-ending conflict with the debate demon, who's like
Bro has
this.
fucking turbo autism. Dude has hyper autism right in this.
Yeah, like there's like debate. Then he fights the debate demon, who apparently from what I understood is Virginia Arnoldson from the first season somehow, and then the debate demon is this weird swastika looking thing. I don't know what it does. I can't tell you what it does because I don't know. And that so it's basically Mickey Mouse versus Virginia Arnoldson as like their Super Saiyan forms, and then Trump is like warning the world about Robert Pattinson killing like half the population or something. Alcatraz is back. Hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Monument Mythos is slowly. I used to really like it too. It was one of my
I liked it
autistic,
when it was
but
season one. I liked it was season one, but it's like too much.
yeah, like that. Like I it kind of spazzed out towards the like the last couple seasons. Um, so so yeah, Analog Horse is kind of ill now.
Yeah, Analog
um,
Horror is pretty much dead.
yeah, like except Greylock. Greylock seems to be doing fine.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
But no one's really talking about it because again, Greylock is just also like weird autistic spaz outs.
Confusing. Used to be simpler.
So yeah, I don't.
It's about like
So that
a solid 10 episode series, which each episode is 6 minutes long. Easy
what
peasy.
Greylock? What Greylock?
No, just like generally. That's what
Oh,
they
okay.
should be doing. And then they can move on to a new one. Instead of having like a
Yeah,
million episodes to get through.
yeah. You see, like Local 58, they actually had the right idea. Like where each episode was just like it was its own like thing. It was like nothing was connected. It was just creepy videos, you know.
Yeah.
Um, but but now like there's just like a story going on in like each of these, which isn't a bad thing. But now I'm just like each episode is just like an autistic spaz out. So um, but yeah. And speaking of so yeah, like and I guess the whole correlation between rapists and like analog horror also just because ties back with Minecraft. What is happening? Like, why is there so many fucking rapists all over? I swear to God, isn't Boogie a rapist? Isn't he in this?
Boogie, is he a rapist? I don't know. I think he was an
Um,
alleged abuser,
uh, no, stop.
which
Like
I
that's
he probably did abuse his wife. To be fair,
look at him. Um, look at him. And yeah, there's that. Um, actually, I was talking to my pal the other day about this. Um, I just we were talking about the kiwi farms of all things, and he straight up said that the kiwi farms was evil, and I said the kiwi farms is a necessary evil because actually, what's your opinion on the kiwi farms first of all?
I don't think Q Phones is evil. Q Phones is great. There's nothing really
Yeah,
there that's that bad from what I've seen.
it's yeah, like there's your n words, here and there, like like
Well, yeah, but I mean,
it's the usual. Um, but I mean, the Q farms has done good. Like for like if it wasn't for them, fucking snake thing wouldn't have gone caught.
yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff Q Phones has done. Most of it
Um,
is just like it's just documenting people, basically all it
yeah,
is.
yeah, and again, like they definitely have caught bad guys. Like, Kiro the Wolf.
Yeah,
That was on them. Like that was literally on them.
but
Like,
I guess Keffels to an extent,
yeah,
and
because
Boss,
Keflos.
I guess, kind of. Well, Boss or
Yeah,
Kev.
and oh yeah, and also the Kiwi farms kind of um helped me learn a lot about like fucking Vito, for example. I am slowly like starting to regret my choice with Vito. Um, but yeah, like they're I don't think they're evil. They can be. They can be pretty harsh sometimes. Like their criticisms against Mahler, I think they're a bit too much. But
Well,
overall,
those are different communities.
yeah,
Kiwi
exactly.
Farms is just a site; they're not just like one group of people. It's like
Yeah,
Twitter.
yeah. So I don't really know why fucking Keffels assume like what does that even what does she mean by like down with Kiwi Farms? Like if it's just Twitter at the end of the day, but like worse or better? I don't know. That's up to you.
Uh, Depends on your definition of worse, I guess.
Um, but yeah, like I don't really understand what she means by that. But I also if it wasn't for them, um, we wouldn't have freaking Schmorky wouldn't have gone exposed either. Um, you know who that is, right, Schmorky?
No, I don't.
You know that meme where it's like the dog and the fire, like if this is fine, this is fine. I'm
Oh
perfectly,
yeah.
that was Schmorky. That he did that. Basically, it's a long. I'm not gonna explain the story here, but it's a lot of lore. Like it's a lot going on, and of course, Schmorky is involved with gender politics. As you know,
Yeah.
that whole thing. It's a lot of lore. It's so much lore actually that he was even involved with. He was actually BFFs with Lotax, who was the founder of Something Awful. Um, and long story short, Noel, Josh Moon,
Yeah.
he discovered that um that Schmorky was into like weird incest pedophile scat shit. Um,
Yeah.
and so no, yeah, the kiwi farms can be helpful. Like I don't know why they're not. They're vigilantes. Like they can be vigilantes sometimes. What's funny about Smorky is that people theorize that Stone Taz is Smorky. That's obviously wrong now because I think Stone Taz got leaked. Um, but like he got doxxed, so that theory is just not true anymore. But for a
Yeah.
while, for a while, people thought that Schmorky was Stone Toss because both had very similar art styles.
I think
And
I saw that.
he isn't Stone Toss like I thought of Stone Toss. Isn't he like a weird? Like he's like Mexican, right? He wears like glasses too.
I have no idea. Probably though, to be honest.
But yeah, but for a while, people thought that Schmorky was Stone Toss because the logic there was that because Schmorky had been so humiliated all that time, he like something just changed with him. Like back then, Schmorky was like this weird lefty person, but it's like something changed with him, and that he just completely turned into a different person, and that's where Stone Toss comes in. And again, that's not true anymore because he got doxxed, but it was fun to think about that. So yeah, the Kiwi forms can be helpful. Like sometimes they can be gay, but what community isn't?
Mm-hmm.
But well, you know what? We're not gonna. Well, we can stay here for a little longer, maybe like a couple more minutes. But to kind of end off something, so like let's end up with something positive. But let's end up with like something positive for once. What do you think are like the who are your favorite YouTubers right now? Like your top five, I'd say. Like people that you actually don't want to, people that you don't make you want to kill yourself.
Um, ER is one of my favorites.
Oh shit, ER.
Yeah.
If you pay attention, he's actually in my
I
server.
saw.
Yeah. Actually, let me tell you, ER. He's my first. He's the first guy I actually had a call with, and it was so surreal because I thought he would have been harder to get. Um, because ER like he had like the reputation of like being like super mysterious and shit. I don't even think we know his name.
No.
But I DM'd him. I was like, hey, you wanna talk? A month later, a month later, he was like, yeah, and I was like, okay. And I did the whole process. I got him. Um, I invited him to my server. He was the first member actually. He's still there to this day. He hasn't left surprisingly. I thought he would have, but no, he's there. Um, and no, yeah, ER is actually my longest video. I think 4 hours. Like I managed to have it for like 4.5 hours. So yeah, it was pretty great. And yeah, so yeah, So yeah, like it's a good thing that we have that ER. That little link we have the both of us. Like I love ER,
With
I
the
really do.
ER. I like ER too. I actually ER was probably one of my inspirations.
I can tell. It's like I can tell. But that's not a bad thing because I love ER too.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I
ER.
don't know. ER, I guess I quite liked Og ER. Gone.
Yeah,
He was definitely one of the better live streamers.
yeah, Augie, he's all right.
Um, I don't know who else.
You like Wendigoon?
I like Wendigoon, but I wouldn't. He's not like. I don't necessarily watch his videos. You know what I mean?
He's a bit too inconsistent. Like I watch him, but he's a bit
It's too
too.
long.
There's no between. There's no in between with him. He's either like really good or he's just really ass.
I get. Yeah, I get that. Um, I actually don't know. I get. It's ER, Augie, fucking. Let me check my YouTube quickly. Let me check my YouTube subscriptions.
The fact that you're having a hard time really says a lot about the state of the of the YouTube.
Yeah. If it was years ago, I could give you like five, but so many of them are gone now. Like H3 is gone. H3 would have been on the list.
Oh yeah.
like old H3, obviously. Maybe even iDubbbz, but
Ah.
ever since iDubbbz' fall off, it's like I've sort of changed my mind on iDubbbz, and I feel like it's not. And I think a lot of people have done the same thing where I don't think he was necessarily bad when he was like in 2016, 2018, whatever. I think
The
it's
thing,
the knowledge of him now has tainted the past of him. You know what I mean?
the thing with iDubbbz is that he didn't even have to be. He didn't have to like he says that like he was edgy, and that's true, right? But the thing is that he could have still made good content while not being as edgy because he was actually making cool stuff when he was straying away from that, like the documentaries, for example. The
Yeah, the documentaries were fine. The problem with the documentaries is there's like an irony to the documentaries because it's kind of obviously bullying content
a little bit, yeah,
because
but not.
obviously like he's seeking out some autist to like laugh at on a video. You could honestly make the argument it's crueler than content go. But obviously actually Sam Hyde would be 5. Obviously
Oh,
Hyde was
you like Sam Hyde?
of course.
Yeah,
I actually didn't
fellow.
even know I didn't even know about Sam Hyde before the idols thing. That's the thing about that.
You knew him because of the iDubbbz thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't mean to brag, but I knew about Sam Hyde a grand total of 5 months ago. No, because like I knew Sam Hyde like not too long before the drama, but
Yeah, yeah.
then but it just so happens that with the moment I knew Sam Hyde, then he gets involved in all this shit, and I was like, okay, well,
I think a lot of people discovered Sam through that stuff.
no, yeah, I think so, but I already slightly knew
Especially the
about
iDubbbz documentary, like,
that. Yeah,
I don't think I
that
necessarily even watched it.
I watched the Sam Hyde version of the doc, but not the iDubbbz one.
Yeah, yeah. Same with me.
But I already knew about Sam before the whole iDubbbz thing, as in I was like just viewing it live. If that makes sense. Because I was just seeing Sam. Like I actually knew about Sam. I believe when Hassan wanted to fight Sam.
I don't think Hassan ever wanted to fight Sam.
No, because at some point Hassan was um, like Hassan was gonna be in the boxing, and then like some mysterious millionaire was like, Meta, yo, listen,
Oh
I
yeah.
you two, Sam and Hassan, we're gonna have $1 million boxing match. Let's do it. And then Hassan puts it out immediately, simply because it's Sam Hyde. Even though Hassan is the same person that's like, you got look, I want to punch Nazis. Look, like, okay,
Well, they all do that. I mean, Vosh says that as well, but then he turns around on that real quick when the prospect actually comes up.
yeah. So and to this day, Sam Hyde wants to fucking fight Hassan. And so and every time Sam Hyde gets brought up, Hassan cries like a little baby. Um, but yeah, I think that's how I knew him. Sam Hyde. Then I started like look. Then I think I watched a video from this other channel, and then they used Sam Hyde as an example. And then I watched the 2070 paradigm shift video. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
that one,
yeah, 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 yeah. It's like his most
right?
popular video.
Yeah. And then I kept looking more into him about like his history with Adult Swim and blah blah. I'm a bit of a Sam Hyde scholar. I'm kidding. But no, yeah, and then the whole iDubbbz thing kind of made made him more popular. Um, which in a way, Sam Hyde. What's funny though is that this is honestly why I really like YouTube lore. Why I keep track of it so much, because it really is just better than movies sometimes. Because the amount of foreshadowing between Sam and iDubbbz is actually fucking insane. Because iDubbbz arguably was inspired by Sam Hyde, like all the way back in the beginning, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hell, they even have like similar like designs. Like Sam, like iDubbbz has the beanie and glasses and all that. Not that that's necessarily a rip off, but it's just kind of funny.
I think that
Um,
was H3 though, wasn't it? That was one of the theories of H3 is that he ripped off Sam Hyde, and I feel
yeah,
like
that's all.
there's more of a logic to that because there is actually a video of H3 that he directly ripped from Sam Hyde.
No, yeah, that one's no H3's even more blatant. Like he copied Sam. And so, but iDubbbz, you could argue that iDubbbz took some inspiration from Sam Hyde. back in the day. And then one day, Sam made
The Kickstarter.
he said one day in like 2014, Sam made they thought it was a really good idea to make a My Little Pony dating game.
Yeah.
Uh, and and then I believe Sam Hyde just straight up scammed people or something.
I don't know what it was. I think it was like a bit, but I don't actually know what he was doing. All I know is that Idols covered it, and then Sam strike this video down because I don't know why though.
Like either Sam was just that into the character. Like
Well, he
like
never explains it, but the thing, no one cares about that. That's the funny thing about it as well. The commentary community gets so pissy usually copyright strikes, and then no one fuck about it. Just because he sent items the message saying squat 200 pounds below parallel, and then I'll pull it back up, and because that's just funny, no one cared.
Yeah, like
no one cared.
Yeah, at least Sam was being funny about it.
If you're gonna strike someone's video down, at least you gotta be funny about it. Okay.
So yeah, like, and then that video happened, and then both of them were doing their own thing. Sam was just getting molested by by Hollywood, while Ian was getting good, and then he got worse, and then all of this finally culminated with the documentary, because iDubbbz wanted to look at a fallen star, but in reality, oh my god, this is actually a result of that copyright thing from like 8 years ago.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like it all comes together. And even the thing is though is that I actually genuinely couldn't tell if Sam knew what Ian was talking about.
I don't know. He probably doesn't, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, because like if anything, it's kind of ambiguous if Sam even did the MLP thing, because I think
he might not have.
he
He probably sent a message, but I don't know if he necessarily actually striked it down.
I think because there's like two things going on, like because there are some videos where Sam talks about an MLP dating game and like he was involved with it, but I don't know. But there's like another one, like another scam that was happening around the same time. So I don't know. It was a really weird thing. I know Sam was involved in one of those though. And so like, but either way, I don't think Sam knew what he was talking about. But Sam wanted to prank Ian, not because he wanted to humiliate him. He just thought it was funny. Like,
Yeah.
was necessarily being malicious. And then and then fucking Idols just hate Sam Hyde for like the rest of the fucking time.
You can sort of tell that iDubbbz was like actually trying to punk him.
Yeah, because you could tell that because iDubbbz straight up said multiple times that he was like, "I'm the puppet master,"
That line
so,
is so great.
Like I'm usually the puppet master in these situations.
Usually I'm the puppet master in these situations. He might have even just made that up. Sam might have just made that line up. And yeah, I don't think he did. I feel I can imagine iDubbbz saying that.
I think I think he did say that. Hold on, let me.
He doesn't say it he doesn't say it in the documentary at any point. Sam said afterwards, I'm
I'll
usually
find
the
it.
puppet master in these situations.
But like, yeah, that's basically the fuck is this? Damn, I got spammed. Okay. Anyways, yeah, like that's kind of what. And then for the rest of time now, Sam Hyde is hated by fucking Ian. And speaking of Sam Hyde, I always say this to like other people, but I generally believe to an extent that Sam Hyde might be the main character of the internet or like YouTube.
Yeah.
Because it is actually not normal how much shit Sam Hyde and his minions have caused. Like they've made so much memes. Like they've inspired so many people. Hell, they've even caused literal rifts in like Hollywood and like other shit. And of course, Fish Tank. Fish Tank got people from other shit. Like for example, Alex Stein is in fucking Fish Tank. Like what the fuck is that supposed to be?
And Airsoft Fat is on it.
Yeah,
and Dr. Disrespect was on it.
Who?
Dr. Disrespect.
Oh, I'm assuming he was in season 2 because I haven't seen that one yet.
He was in season 1. He was at the end. Didn't he show up at the end of season 1?
I don't know.
He was like the finale.
I gotta read out again. But and of course, Airsoft Fatty was there too.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, that's gotta be the funniest thing ever. Like Airsoft Fatty just straight up fucking betrayed Ian. Were they ever really friends though?
What iDubbbz and Airsoft Fatty and iDubbbz? I doubt it.
Yeah,
iDubbbz probably views him as like a kind of tool. That'll be my guess. I don't think iDubbbz is friends with many people.
yeah, because his wife is being super weird.
His
Oh yeah,
wife
you
is.
saw that. Oh yeah, you saw that thing right where like iDubbbz wasn't at fucking Max Mofo's wedding.
Yeah, I was the one who spread that. I was the one who spread that tattoo rumor.
Oh, that was you. You were the one that spread it.
That was me.
I remember. I think I remember you did that.
That tattoo thing almost certainly is true. Like I have no proof that it's true, but it's just one of those things where it's like
What did
that's
you
actually the reason.
what did you say exactly? I forgot.
I said that the reason that iDubbbz missed Max Mofo's wedding is because Anissa was getting the tattoo. The tattoo appointment was at the same time as the wedding, and that's why he missed it because he had to stay with his wife while she was getting the tattoo.
You know, I believe it.
And she says it was family. Well, this is the thing. She says it was like family, but I doubt it was. Like she says it was iDubbbz had a out of, but it's like the guy was streaming the whole time, and he was making videos. I don't buy it. Also, his family hates it.
I iDubbbz's family hates him, like his
Yeah,
own family.
as far as I can
Shit,
tell, I mean, his dad is like estranged.
shit, what happened there?
His mother is like. I mean, admittedly, all this information is coming from. But as far as I can tell, it seems like his mother and sister don't actually like him.
What happened there?
I don't know, but like the way Anissa talks about it makes it seem like they don't actually like him because
Maybe
they like side with Anissa every time that the iDubbbz and Anissa have a fight. They like side with Anissa.
that. To be fair, Anissa could just be fucking lying because she has a
That's
bad
what I'm
habit.
saying. That's what I'm saying. She could be
She
lying,
goes
but
because she has a really bad habit of making her husband look bad. Like, don't forget about the IBS thing.
yeah, yeah. It's like
Um,
she's. I don't. This is the thing about Anissa that's so bizarre though. I don't intentionally try that kind of stuff. I think she just has like no filter,
she says like
or
what?
it's just stupid.
Probably. Don't forget Anissa's famous. Uh, like, didn't she say something about Hitler? Like,
Yeah,
she said,
she said Hitler. The good things came from the Holocaust. That was one of the big things.
why did she say that?
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. She's trying to sound smart on. I guess
Fuck. Um, but like, but yeah, like Airsoft Fatty just fucking betrayed iDubbbz. Like, that's based in.
he turned on her instantly. Probably for the best.
Um, and yeah, like, but and Sam Hyde, and there's even stuff that you wouldn't expect Sam Hyde to be involved in. Like, for example, technically speaking, Sam Hyde is involved with like the Boogie and Frank Castle thing because Frank Castle's a fucking Sam Hyde minion.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking Joey, you know him, right?
Yes.
So what's funny about Joey is that he's a meme, but like in a lot of like normie, like like liberal circles, like I don't know what you would call those people. But then people would find out that Joey is a Sam Hyde minion, and that facade goes away.
And they had that Doja Cat thing recently. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, Doja had a Sam Hyde shirt.
That was so funny.
Apparently, allegedly, she didn't know who Sam Hyde was,
That's
and
some
like,
shit.
I think she's lying.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. There's that. Then there's also shit you wouldn't expect. Like for example, a while ago in 2016, there was this rather big, or 2017, there was this rather big drama that happened in like the horror like YouTube community. You know, like that's where people like Nexpo, Rainbow, you know those people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's this pretty big. Oh, and Mudahar, of course. So there's this.
Max.
Oh god! Actually, would Mama Max count as an ARG? Like, do you believe that? Do you believe
Kind of.
that? Do you believe that he was being abusive to his girlfriend?
Oh. Oh, fucking hell. Uh, Probably. To be honest.
You believe that?
Well, there's like 100 allegations that got against him.
I think
Which
I
one?
think
Which one? Which one are we talking about?
it's because Mama Max made a video disproving all 5 of them.
Yeah, but then a lot of them like turned around. A lot of the people who defended him turned around.
Yeah, one of those people was Night Dogs.
I mean, I meant like the people he had his character with.
Yeah, like no one
Oh
really.
yeah, you're right. It would have been Night Dogs.
Yeah, Night Dogs used to like him. Now he fucking hates him with all his heart. And
Because he like didn't he like make him out to be a pedo or something? Or was that
yeah, and
different
then
guy?
no, that was Night. Mom Max made Night Dogs look really bad. Like I think it was a pedophile.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where's
And
Mama
let
Max now? Is he making any new videos?
me
I'll have a
check.
look.
Let me check. Actually, would Mom Max count as like
I
an
can't even find
ARG
his channel.
ARG rapist? Because
He kind of is an ARG. He's deleted all his he deleted all them videos about.
let me check. You know
Although
the
maybe
gay
that
thing about
Silence All Victims video come out. I don't know. I don't think it'll look bad idea.
you know what's cool about Mom Max is that when I search him up, I see your video first. Uh,
I see Mutahar's video first. Oh
uh
no, I see Internet Anarchist and then Nicholas Diorio and then his channel.
Internet anarchist is like my N word. You know,
Hi.
I wish I could. He's going really quick. That voice crack. So he's going really quick. I swear he only had like 100K like 2 months ago. The gay thing of a Mama Max is that I have to fucking put Mama Max channel
Yeah.
because like when I just search up just Mama Max, I just get all the hate. You know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just get all the So let me see. He hasn't made a video in like 9 months.
He has made videos, he's just deleted other than those ones.
No, yeah, I know those, but like, and like, I mean, let me check this fucking playlist.
And he said he was gonna make a video called Silence All Victims.
Which is about Candom.
No, that was gonna be about commentary channels calling him out. And then he was gonna make a documentary about Camden.
I know Turkey Tom made a decent video on Candom.
I didn't watch
Uh,
it already. Don't really
like
actually
it does,
Camden.
like I do think Candom is strange. Like maybe he did something. I don't think but like the way that like he probably did do something, but the way that Mama Max, um, but the way that
Representative.
yeah, the way that Mom Max presented Candom is like this fucking like ultra mega like god emperor of evil who was like evolved in like all these like weird like conspiracies. Like
Sex
holy shit.
rituals, like sex crimes. He's a cult
Yeah, like
leader.
it's so like he presented him in like such a yeah, like the god emperor of evil. Like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But yeah, no, Mom Max has just been kind of like, I haven't seen him. Hold on, let me see if I can find him on Twitter. Does he even have a Twitter?
I don't know. Probably.
Uh, I think. Oh, he does have a Twitter. He only has 500K. What? What? No, I'm alive. He only has 500 followers. Not, I just lied there. You saw it. He only has 500 followers, and his only tweet is on if you are a survivor of Camden
Camden
Gerard Davis.
Township.
Yeah. Which, by the way, uh, at least to this day, we have no idea of Camden Gerard Davis. Um, I was thinking about what you said about like, I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna stand on stage. I'm gonna.
Bro, Camden is real. He's not. He's not. He doesn't sound like a criminal at all. I mean, bro, that whole fucking thing is so retarded. There was like a fucking full-on. Did you see any of the fan fiction that was written at the time by the victims of the cult?
Oh yeah, then you show. Then you in your video you said something about like Like how like a lot of this just sounds like fucking like it was like from a Wattpad fanfiction, right?
It was from a Wattpad fanfic. It wasn't just sound like it. Legitimate Wattpad fanfiction.
Wow. So, what's it called? So I can like I have to fucking upload it.
I do not remember, but it's in my video somewhere.
Hold on, let me just skim through your video real quick. Big Bungie, the boy who cried wolf. All right, let me find it real quick. Oh shit. Okay, that was quick. Uh, rejected by Okay, I'm not gonna say his name. Hold on. But rejected. Let me search that up on Wattpad real quick. It's still there. I know you're not lying because I could see it on the video, but let's just see if it's like actually still there. Rejected. Let me see if I can. Rejected by. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, rejected Afro. Okay, that's still loading. Uh, I still get. Ironically enough, I get a lot of wolf shit. You know. Anyways, it's like
Mhm.
I don't think I can find the actual thing, but I still get a lot of like wolf. Like shit. So it's close enough, right?
Yeah.
So I got like so yeah, a lot of this is like comes from like a fan fiction. Um and yeah, what the fuck, mom?
I don't know what happened with that. I guess we'll never get to the bottom of that, I guess, technically.
No,
But
he hasn't been active at all for like 2 months.
whether it was Spencer's fault or his fault, I feel like it was more
Yeah,
Spencer.
right. Yeah, like he's been kind of AWOL as of late. Maybe he's got
Probably for the
silent work.
best, to be
Yeah,
honest.
like yeah, like the only real way he can redeem himself, which it's already too late, by the way, because him admitting that he's faked some of his like most of his videos, because
Yeah,
I
yeah, I
remember,
mean, it's over for
and
him.
and also like the fact that he has gotten zero arrests and the fact that he's gotten zero people caught, which is strange because I swear that he got one of them caught. So I don't know how he fucked up that bad. Um, the only way he can redeem himself is I was gonna say your name, well, is if it's fucking if Camden turns out to be like just a
He
weird
turns
like
himself in. Well, even then, I mean, him faking his old videos, like he would not be able to go back to making the pedo catching stuff. Although I was gonna say in my video, but I never put it in. He could make like comedy videos, you know,
what way?
because his videos are like unironically funny. You know what I mean? Like his
Yeah,
videos are
like
unironically funny in like a really dark way. Like the
yeah,
part, like he'll
yeah,
just like pull up like you know what I mean? It's like the way he presents it is so stupid. He could have like reading
the,
off of like fake text of like a rapist, and then either side of the screen it's like Family Guy clips playing at the same time.
they're
Like almost become a parody of himself.
they're so funny that whenever you did the voice modulation thing, I couldn't tell if it was Mama Max.
Fucking ridiculous.
I couldn't like so it was just so it was like wow. So no, yeah, he's like unironically really funny. And also why does he fucking like there's just some videos where he just straight up dresses up like a Hotline Miami person.
Yeah, because he
Like
loves Hotline Miami.
he doesn't get it though. He doesn't like the
No, he
whole
doesn't
point.
understand. That's a whole video of Mama Max doesn't understand it.
Yeah, it's a really good video. Like because Hotline Miami is about like it's like a criticism on people enjoying violence. But Mom Max is a fucking weird like he's literally stated that like his like guys you would kill for me. Like I could send people like wow like so he doesn't understand that shit. Anyways, yeah, Mom Max is AWOL. Let's I don't know if he's gonna actually let me check Spencer's channel real quick. Hold on.
Okay,
Mom Max channel. Let me check her shit real quick. Uh why is my internet so bad? Okay. Okay, Mom Max. There we go. Auntie Spencer. She only has
and it'll be like
two
Mama Max
videos.
dancing. fucking
Mama Max
7
does your
2
10 hours.
Like, yeah.
Reacting to Mama Max's new video since no one else. She hasn't made anything.
Well, she was gonna make a. What was she gonna do? I don't remember. Well, she did the podcast. Is the podcast still up?
Yeah, the video's still up. You can't hurt
Well,
me.
there you go.
Uh,
I don't know what was really. That's such an
is
interesting situation, eh? They wanted to start
so
her podcast career, and her first episode podcast about her rape.
you just like Jesus, like you can't hurt me or you can't rape me or something like that. Also, not like an attack on trans people or anything, but why was she interviewing that guy of all? Like, who was he?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like,
Red Pagan Corner.
yeah, like what the fuck was his deal?
I don't know. I don't know. My only
Like,
assumption is that they had like no one they could turn to who would like actually like you know put the story out other than Red Pagan Corner.
yeah, and
They were
Pagan
like
Connor,
poisonous. They were like poisonous.
yeah, and Pagan
Because they were
Connor,
trying. He was trying to get like Joe Rogan. He was trying to get Moist Critical. I mean, the whole drama started because he's too hard to get Moist Critical.
yeah, and they just had to get this weird fucking like transgender.
Then he settle for Red Pagan Corner.
Yeah, so Red Pagan Connor. Let me see if I can find him on the intro.
Red Pagan Corner, I think, has deleted all of the stuff on MMX because they turned on MMX after that like random. Oh, there's so much weird stuff with that MMX thing. The like random guy got into the Discord server but just pretending to be a rape victim.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, I found Red Pagan, and he literally made a video called "I Disavow
Yeah.
Mama Max." Wow. Okay. So yeah, no one likes Mama.
No one likes him. No one likes him. Not even his supporters like.
Yeah, no one fucking likes Mama Max. That's fucking depressing.
It's like an impossible to defend position to be.
Man, it really sucked because like he was loved back then. I swear to God, like he was like people liked him. Uh, and there are some cracks, because our fucking Vito again, Vito and this guy Tommy C were like criticizing him really hard, which Tommy C, he had his in retrospect he was just right about everything.
Yeah.
Vito is wrong, and he will always be wrong. Like Vito's the only person that can somehow be wrong, even when the other person is wrong. But whatever. But yeah, like Tommy C, he was like right about Mom Max this whole time, and yeah, now everyone's starting to realize it. And people like Next are actually apologizing, or like they apologize for ever being associated with him. So yeah, fucking rest in pieces. Well, what do you? So his next move, or like the only thing he can do now is make that documentary, I guess.
I mean, Mad Max is in an impossible to escape position, but like there's a way back for everyone to an extent, unless you're like EDP. But like the him making the documentary is the worst thing possibly.
You cut out. What did you say?
Him making the documentary is probably the worst thing he could possibly do.
Yeah, honestly. So, but what can he like? He can't apologize. No, he already made an apology video, right? And that fucked up.
Yes, but it was like a fake apology.
Because that was the one where he was hugging, where Spencer, I think, hugged him or something.
It wasn't Spencer. It was like someone else.
Oh,
It was his girlfriend or something. It doesn't really matter who it was. The
um.
intent was obvious. It was like a fake apology though. It wasn't like actually apologizing.
Oh, okay, all right, gay.
I mean, it's deleted now. It's deleted. It's not even on his channel.
Fucking deletes all his videos.
So yeah, I mean, the only way he can come back is if he starts doing the self-parody comedy videos. But then he rebranded to a different guy, you know. But that's
That'd be better.
he
That's
can't
arguably
continue,
better.
he cannot continue as the Mad Max brand. I mean, he's rebranded.
No, yeah, he has to rebrand himself as like fucking Striker Films or something. I don't know, some gay shit like that.
Yeah.
Um,
But his ego might be too big.
No, yeah, because he's like the hero, you know. He's like he's the superhero. Who has to like stops all the bad guys and all the all the pedos, you know.
100%.
But yeah, Mom Max. Anyways, that we went to that fucking Mom Max like was like, fucking like he caused this whole fucking. Anyways, like I was saying, so this in 2017, there's there's this drama in the horror community. You know, where people like Nexpo, Mudahar, blah blah blah, were talking about this channel, right, that was going on, this ARG, I guess, called World Corp Enterprises. Um, and World Corp Enterprise, that's like a rabbit hole on its own. Like they have a lot of weird implications. Uh, they even have like some strange, if albeit very unnoticeable, connection to fucking Pizzagate of all things. And World Corp is basically a musical artist who, imagine vaporwave, but like edgy. That's like the best way I could describe it. Uh, yeah, and they make music, and their music actually fucking slaps. Like goddamn, like World Corp Enterprise, they fucking slap. And the problem is though, is that World Corp Enterprises, they promoted themselves in like really strange ways. And borderline creepy, kind of like creepy ways. And the people, so that was like a big thing, right, in like 2017, like in the horror community. Um, Turns out, the people that made World Corp was two people. One of them was Money Goblin, and the second one was none other than Jet Neptune, aka the guy that produced
Oh,
Fish Tank.
yeah.
And as we know, Jet Neptune is a Sam Hyde minion.
Hmm.
So somehow fucking Sam Hyde like reached the horror community. Like you see what I'm talking about? Like Sam Hyde is like generally
Yeah.
like all over. And also Sam Hyde like has talked to far too many people, like people like Dick Masterson, Alex Stein, fucking Gavin McInnes. He's touched like that sounded bad. He's like kind of reached everybody. Um, so yeah, like Sam Hyde is really the MC of all this. And but yeah, so um, actually, just one more thing, like just one more topic, and then I think we can call off. Let me just check your channel real quick to see if there's any other like if loose ends we could discuss. Let me just, why is my internet so fucking garbage? Jesus Christ. Let me type. That's first thing I see is your fucking live stream. Why is there some black guy in the fucking thumbnail? What is happening? Um, freaking. There's Fuzzy Tube. Yeah, the dream is dead. Tipster, Amaranth. Did she fake the abuse? There's that. Logan Paul did nothing about this. Catfault, Death Note. Yeah, there's that video. Death Noodles, Jaden. Oh, you actually been talking about Papa Max, what? Mama Max since the like start
I
of your
talked to him.
channel.
I made a video on him all the way back when he did the pick a side
The
YouTube thing.
Why do you do that? Like what?
I don't
What
remember.
like
Oh, it's
it's
because one
because
of his videos is one of his videos got took.
yeah, and then he just automatically was like he just assumed the worst.
Yeah, yeah.
Freaking the I can fix him with that. Um, wow, you made three definitely. That's fucking crazy. Um, freaking yeah. Then there's Tipster. God, Tipster's so ugly. I'm sorry, I can't. Tipster's just so ugly. I just can't. Um, yeah, I think we pretty much we talked about all these people. Yeah, there's Hunter, Dream. Oh yeah, Xander Hall. Xander Hall. You know, it's
What was this
like
to say about Xander? Xander, the only reason I cover leftist, well, and I'm not even opposed to covering right wingers. But the reason I cover
Uh,
leftists more often is just because of how smug they are.
I think right wingers you can cover would be like
Well,
Don
Fresh
Luke.
and Fit. Fresh and Fit was going to be one.
Oh no, yeah, they're pretty. They're really cover them. Don Lucre, he's also like another one. Fucking. Let's see. Joel Patrick. He's also. All of them are black. I don't like where this is going. Freaking. Okay, no, we need diversity here. Let's see. Right wingers you can cover. Like let's see what sort of good ones you could like attack. Let's see. I'm having a hard time. That's not good. Oh, I remember no bullshit.
Yeah.
He would he's kind of a dead horse, but he would be interesting talking about all these years. Fucking yeah, there's no bullshit. Let's see. So some other right winger you could talk about. Yeah, I already said Don Lucre. Does the Ethan Ralph shit like the Ethan Ralph community does that interest you?
Not really.
No.
I'd have to look into it.
Oh yeah, then Ethan Ralph would count.
It would
But
be like Fresh and Fit. I guess Sneaker, but I've never really like.
I actually thought for some reason I thought you made us. No, you didn't. I'm checking.
No,
You never made us.
I never wanted to make a video on Sneaker because I felt like he got shit on too much. You know what I mean?
What does that mean? Like what does that
Sorry.
mean exactly?
Well, I don't know. The stuff he did, I didn't really care about. Sometimes I look at people and I don't know. My mentality. I feel. Sneaker was one of these cases where I feel like the amount of shit he got was like vaguely under.
Yeah, I guess.
I felt to me, he felt like more like an underdog. I guess he felt like an underdog in so many.
True, but I don't know. I think he's worthy of
And
a
I don't
video.
even like him. I don't like him at all. It's not like I defend him, but I
I
don't
think
know.
I think he's worthy of a video though. He's just weird.
Yeah, but that's like the thing. He's just like cringe, and he just like believes in conspiracies. But it's like I don't care what the guy believes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's not being
sure.
like smug about it or weird about it. I really care what they believe. Like if they're flat earthers or whatnot, that just doesn't really concern.
Yeah. Neon. Oh yeah, you should make a video on Neon. That's actually an interesting one.
Neon.
Yeah, Neon. He's that freaking Indian.
Oh yeah. I don't know about that guy. He's like he's like a Fousey type character.
Yeah, I think Neon would be interesting, even if it's like a short video.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's
I think
see
the right wingers I would cover is definitely Fresh and maybe Andrew Tate, but I feel like Fresh and Fit is better than Tate because Andrew Tate is like funny.
No, yeah, Fresh and Fit is just sad.
Fresh and Fit are like funny in like a pathetic way. They would definitely be better fits for a video.
Yeah, I think.
And I have a bunch of good jokes about Fresh and Fit there.
You have jokes. Well, what jokes do you have?
I don't want to say. It doesn't really fit. I can't say it without the context of the what I'm talking
about. Okay, damn. Damn, I don't get a. I'm not gonna get a tease. I'm not. No.
It was about the. I don't remember the exact clip, but I just remember there was a clip I saw. I don't even remember because they always talk about like hunter gatherers in that. They always talk about like hunter gathering in that. And like how like men and women from like ancient times have been like men of the hunter gatherers and blah blah blah. And then the joke was like the joke I came up with based on the clip was they were it was like broke. I can't even remember what the fucking joke was. It was something along the lines of the guy couldn't get women. Fucking dating strategies that were 10 billion years old, designed by an ape, and that was a reason he couldn't get women.
Well, so yeah, Fresh and Fit. I think they'd make a decent video.
I think they'd make a good video as well. I think I wrote a portion of a script. I gotta have a look. Let's see if I can find it.
I don't know if Nick Fuentes interests you.
Not really. He's too political. There's such a thing as too political.
Okay, so you're like so what's like your boundary?
I don't like covering politics. I just like covering the.
Okay, so
I didn't discuss Zanderhal's politics. I didn't discuss just politics. I don't really.
I mean, I guess. Like I said, Nick Flynn.
My problem with the leftists more so is just how consistently smug and wrong they are about everything.
Okay, so I guess same would go with this guy with Fresh and Fit. You're not necessarily going to discuss their politics.
Well, they don't have politics. That's the thing. They don't have
Yeah,
politics in the same way Zanderhol has. Their politics is just. I mean, I've got the bit of the script here. It says, It says you want to get women. It's really easy. I hear that and I think, well, duh, it's so easy. Wouldn't I think of that? It's so simple. You wonder why everyone isn't doing it.
okay.
And then there's I got a bit here. It says there's a clip of him talking to a woman, and he's talking about how he like does gay porn or something.
What?
There's like a clip of one of them, fresh or fit. I guess it's fresh, talking to a woman, and he's explaining how she wouldn't be into him if he was doing gay. That's the sort of thing I was looking for.
Ugh, all right. Fucking. Oh yeah, another. Oh yeah, actually,
I guess maybe it would just be the red pill.
actually, if you're gonna do a video on like Fresh and Fit, might as well do a video on whoever the guy is from the whatever podcast.
Like Alex or whatever his name is.
Why is
He's
his
like
name?
one of those. He's like
Why
one
is
of those.
everyone named Alex?
I don't know if his name is Alex. He's just like one of those like default characters.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I mean?
whoever that.
Like
Whoever, yeah,
he's like the default character creator guy.
yeah. Whoever whoever that guy is, like I think he would be an interesting topic. Because like, what even is the whatever? Like, what the fuck is
Same as Fresh and Fit, but Fresh and Fit have got like more funny stuff to them than that guy. I don't know anything about him.
Okay, I'm just trying to swing some video topics.
So yeah, the general dynamic of Fresh and Fit is one of them is clinically insane, and the other is medically brain dead.
Who's the insane one and who's the
I know it could be either or, couldn't it?
So what's your criteria for like videos? Like what's like your so I could like maybe swing like so throw some topics.
I just make videos based on people I think are funny, right? That's the logic.
Yeah,
If
that's
I
the
think
logic.
if some it's difficult to describe because sometimes I just look at a topic and I just go like with a Mama Max one when with the the wolf shit. I looked at that and I was like, this is gold. There's so much stuff you could make fun of there, like easily. But when I went to the Vorsh one, I had to try a little bit because I didn't think that was as.
Oh, then you know who I think you'll love like absolutely.
Yeah.
You know Movie Bob.
Yeah.
Please make a video Movie Bob.
Movie. I'll write it down.
Please make a video Movie Bob. Have you seen his shit? Have you seen his tweets?
No.
No, like please, like do your research.
Maybe I will. I've got some other stuff I want to put out. So I want to. The next one is obviously the boys, and then I do want to do the Judge Not. And then I want to do a Keemstar video.
Oh, that's gonna take forever.
Ages. No, well, I don't want to go. The thing about Keemstar is I don't want to go over all of his past. You know what I mean?
Yeah, June the King already like did that for you.
Yeah. But the stuff I want to cover with a Keemstar video is like the points I have is I have a Call Me Carson segment that like no one else has ever like brought up for, which is like a good critical segment. And then the other one I think I just want to bring up is I want to bring up his fucking Drama Alert Twitter account. You know what I mean? Because the Drama Alert Twitter account is literally just a slop account.
Let me glance at his.
They had a post the other day. And it was like it's like a news account, right? But one of the posts was literally just Adam22 seen walking his dog with a gay friend. That was one of the headlines they had. It's literally just slop. The entire account is just nothing. And there's so much you can get out of that.
Let me check
the actual it's like the theme I was going for the Keemstar one, or at least in my head, is that it's like the Logan Paul one where I'm looking at it from the perspective of like Keem in 2015 is better than Keem now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
because Keem actually did do stuff. Like, remember, he was the one that interviewed the mom of one of Lion Maker's victims.
yeah. I just want to make jokes about like I just want to pull up like a clip of Keemstar now. I know the clip, and I just want to go. This is not the guy on Vlog TV with his up. What is
Oh,
happening with this guy? This is not the guy on Vlog TV with his up.
fucking, and then just fucking. His name is also Alex. Like, what's? I feel like the name Alex has
Yeah,
popped up
yeah.
far too much to this call.
Cursed name. It's cursed name.
Um, um. So you're gonna make a boys video, a George
Boys will
video.
be out hopefully by Monday-ish. And then I'll move
Okay.
on to George Not Found. I mean, I've got it maybe halfway done. I've got 15 minutes left with it.
Oh, nice. And then you're gonna do a George one,
George
then a
Not
Keems one.
Found. I'll try and make that one quick. And then I want to do Keem. And then after that,
And
I don't know. Maybe Movie
movie
Bob.
Bob, please.
I kind of want to look at Movie Bob. One of the people I wanted to look in for ages was fucking Jimquisition, but such a
Is
rabbit hole to go down.
Jim Sterling?
Yeah.
Jimquisition, he is so fucking weird. Oh my god.
I know, but it's such a rabbit hole to go down. But it feels like an interesting. Kind of wanted to make
I
a video on Chris Chan as well, but I don't know about that
I
one.
I feel like too many people beat you to the punch.
Yeah, but I feel like I can bring more to Chris Chan than other people can. It's not just about documenting Chris Chan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Some of his videos are so funny. Like the one where
Uh,
he's arguing with Bob about the Green County. He's so
you literally used that whole clip on Mama Max.
yeah. I don't know about that. And then obviously like there's obviously like the big guys that I haven't made videos on yet. So like Hassan.
How's that
Uh
gonna be too? How's that gonna be too easy?
Hassan is obviously I'm gonna do Hassan eventually. I just don't know when.
H bomber guy.
Oh, I don't know about H Bomber Guy. There's not enough on H. I don't know. I don't think I'll do H Bomber Guy.
There's a decent amount of H bomber guy. Like
It's just like
like
it's not about how much there is on him. It's just about how funny it is. You know what I mean?
I mean, him being a part of Medicare all that time ago is pretty funny, and also the fact
Nah,
that, and
it's
also
not
the fact that, and also the fact that people thought that James Somerton fucking killing himself.
him killing himself would have been funnier than him himself. I feel like.
No, but I think is yeah, he's still alive, right? James Somerton. Yeah, I
I
think
think
they.
he is, yeah.
Um,
But I don't know. H Bomber Guy is like I don't like H Bomber Guy, but it's I don't know. It's like feels like a weird guy to make a video. I don't know. I can't visualize it, but maybe if I looked more into him, I would be.
no, I think he
But I
would.
can definitely visualize Keem. I can visualize the George Not Found video, and I can visualize like fresh. So maybe I'll do Fresh and Fit after I've done Keem. Actually, I may as well.
And a movie vlog.
I can go into movie. I'll have a look into movie.
Yeah, no,
I get like DMs from people telling me to like make videos on like the. It's like make a video on this guy from like Linus Tech Tips, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? You know what I mean?
I tried watching Bo Black's shit, and I got bored instantly. So I feel like that should tell you something.
About what Linus Tech Tips?
Yeah.
It wasn't even about Linus Tech Tips. It was about a member of Tech Tips team,
Oh.
and I have
Okay.
no idea they were.
Um. And yeah, so you already have like a decent amount of stuff ready.
Well, it's not ready. I just have ideas for it.
Well, yeah, ideas. Jim, I think Jimquisition, you would have to do a lot though. There, you would have to
Yeah.
talk about the digital homicide thing.
Well, as far
And
as
then
I can tell with Inquisition, he went crazy after the Trump. Actually, a lot of those YouTubers went insane after.
yes, so yeah, there's that little nice linking link. I think I um also in light of the Stone Toss shit, because he got doxxed. Uh, I feel like it would be funny if you did a bit if you do so choose to research. Um, it would be funny if you did make a video on Schmorky. Trust me, it is a lot. It is super fucking like funny. It's funny as fuck. I think you'll and like it's kind of a rabbit hole, but it's fucking hilarious. Like the whole Schmorky debacle. Um, and also low tax, like those two fuckers. Well, I mean, don't make a video on low tax. He's fucking dead. No, dead as in like he's actually like deceased. So, but Schmorky,
Oh.
like no, don't make a video on low tax. Schmorky though, that's a different story. I feel like he could work, but but movie Bob, he's like you'll definitely you should make a video on movie Bob for sure.
I'll have a look into movie Bob. That'd be some interesting stuff there.
Yeah, he's still active, so yeah, you can catch it. You can definitely catch the. You could definitely do that. Shit,
Maybe
let me
one of my
check.
it might be one of my first responses. The only person who's ever responded to one of my videos is Jaden, and they did it in the comments. I guess Sandoval kind of responded by blocking me. I know iDubbbz has seen my video, but he's never mentioned it. But I know he's seen it. He must have seen that video.
Oh no, for sure, dude.
At least Anissa definitely has.
Oh no, yeah, you made 3 of them, and one of them is on Anissa.
Yeah, yeah. And I spread the fucking tattoo thing.
So wait, Jaden. So yeah, Jaden is the only one that made a response to you.
Yes, but it was in comments.
Oh, but no one has made like a video response yet.
No, well, none of the people I made videos on.
If someone makes a response on you, then you officially made it. You know, you're officially.
Yeah. I know. That's the thing. That's what I want. I just want
I
one
feel
of these
like
guys to respond to me. I just feel like this would never. Why would you even ever do it though? That's one of the weird things with because it's not just a purely creative video. It feels like a bad idea a lot of the time. To like show with your it feels like it would be a bad idea to share a shitting on.
Yeah, a little bit. So, but yeah, like the George not fun. Actually, what would you talk about in the? I'm assuming you would talk about like, of course, the
Allegations, but the reason I want to cover the allegations specific. Well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, I have 2 jokes that I feel like are very funny that I could put in. I technically 3 because I could stretch one into 2.
Okay.
Because one of them is based around the fact that these Minecraft accusers keep making you like put puzzle pieces together to try and figure out who the abuser is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they don't say who the abuser is. They just like give like a vague. And off of the back of that, I feel like I could something I want to do for the Saw movies.
Yeah.
You know the montages at the end of the Saw movie where it goes back along like the whole movie. And it's like John Kramer talking.
Yeah.
I want to do one of those with George Not Found.
Oh.
Or like Wilbur Soot alternatively. And then the other one I want to, which I think is a good idea, is the girl who accuses him, Katie, keeps like talking in like like poems. She kept talking in prose.
Oh, yeah, I remember
And I feel
that.
like that's like a slam dunk. You know what I mean? You can just write a poem about George Not Found raping her, and it immediately be.
You. I also assume you're gonna talk about Wilbur Sue in that video.
Yeah, probably. But I think the majority of the video is going to be about George Not Found.
Yeah, there's a couple. I feel like you can come up with some jokes for Wilbur though, because like he was just
Yeah.
biting.
I've got some. My idea was the Saw thing will be for Wilbur because it fits better. Because you have like those people were like tweeting out the videos of the sort of like arm wrestling people as like proof. So it could be like the Saw theme, and then there's like clips of him like arm wrestling slow motion.
Oh, yeah, it'd also be funny as fuck. It'd be funny as fuck if when you're talking about Wilbur Smith, like biting people. If you're talking about like, I say Wilbur Smith, Wilbur Sue. If you're talking about Wilbur Sue biting people, you should show. Hold on, give me a sec. Sorry, I'm back. Um, it'd be funny as fuck if you're talking about like Wilbur Sue biting, just for 1 second, for like 1 millisecond, just show just flash image of fucking Camden Gerard tape, just for like 1 millisecond, and just just fucking show and like him with
That's
the
a good
vampire.
idea. That's a good idea. I can put that in the
Just like when you're
cuts
talking.
like a pic. Let that video of Camden Gerard Davis go roll.
Yeah, just show 1 second of that, and just go back to Wilbur Sue.
That's a good idea.
Um, so what jokes do you have for the boys one though? Like, or like what
The
is that
boys
one?
one.
Is
I
that one just
have.
gonna be serious?
It's like mostly serious, but there are jokes.
Ooh, just you're being super serial, for the first time.
Uh, it's mostly like jokes in like this the way I usually put jokes.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna do
So
any? You're gonna do other movie and TV show analysis? Like just that one.
maybe depends. I don't know. I didn't want to do the boys because I hate it so much.
Uh,
I've got
like
the yeah, I've got a couple of jokes in there. I got one pretty good one
can't wait.
about. I don't want to say what it is.
Uh, I'm ass- I'm assuming you're like not into anime at all. I don't know. I just get that feeling.
It depends on what it is.
Demon Slayer.
Oh, I don't like Demon Slayer. Yeah, I only really like Dragon Ball Z. And like I guess One Punch Man's pretty good. Mob Psycho's pretty good. I did
If you're
watch
gonna make,
I did watch Rerun.
if you're ever gonna make another video on like a TV show or something, please do it on Demon Slayer. Holy shit! Oh my god.
I don't know about that one.
It's no, because everyone loves it, but it's fucking garbage.
Yeah, it is shit. I agree, but I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of videos made on it already.
I guess, but I mean, there actually isn't a lot on the boys. Though. Like a lot. It's
No,
a
there's
lot of
like not. There's
like
not.
a lot of like negative videos on the boys.
That's why I wanted to make it because there's so many fucking YouTube essays on it talking about how good it is.
Yeah, but there's already like a decent amount. Like the tide is turning on Demon Slayer.
Yeah, 100%.
Um, kind of like how the tide is turning on like fucking Hell Hazbin Hotel, for example. Like,
I
uh,
feel like that's like a lot of tide's been turned on has
yeah, but
but
now
Hasbin
it's like
Hotel's always had this
yeah,
like
but not
army of people who hate it.
yeah, but now it's like even more. Actually, would Vizzy be considered? Is Vizzy funny enough to make? No, I don't think so. Is he?
No. Well, no, I don't. We'll have to wait and see. I doubt it though.
Nah, I don't know. But yeah, the tide has, and also I'm actually like I'm actually considering it, but I do think the Hellverse, like the has been and is generally one of the like top 10 worst things I've ever seen in my life. That sounds really hyperbolic, but like right now I'm doing like an exercise in writing, and on like just typing like just like basically me ranting on how bad the Hellverse is. I'm like in page 10. Like, I feel like I'm like 10% done. Like I already like went through like so much errors. Like no, like, it's actually like comical how fucking poorly done these two shows are.
Yeah.
But so yeah, the boy. So but yeah, like can't wait to see your boys one
Boy.
because yeah, I wonder if that will actually get you. That might get you attention actually, like more like you'll get because it's like a very different opinion from. I mean, there's been
Well,
some.
it's two combinations. It's a different opinion. It's also coming from, and I'm like notoriously blunt
You know,
and out of pocket. There is a lot of out of pocket stuff in this video.
oh yeah, yeah, like honestly, my favorite. I think my one of my like my top three favorite moments from like your videos is where you just straight up fucking said I'm gonna lie for Kingdom. Oh, just like that's one. Another one. Another one is when you another one that I really liked. Like, another joke that I really liked is when this wasn't even a joke. It was just you being like sad. You were just saying Like Xander Hall is such a like just such a like F slur. It's just like such a, like Xander Hall is such a like it's just like, you're
It's
just
so
so
true. It was so true, though. That was the thing. It was so true. There was no other word you could.
like Xander Hall's
Use.
just such a like Xander Hall's just such a fag. Like
It's true. It's just true. It's just accurate. Sometimes it's like that word is like a good descriptor. I feel like I don't even think it necessarily even means gay to. You know what I
nah,
mean? I don't think it means gay to anyone.
I mean fag just means like cigarette too, so I don't fucking know anymore. So but as Xander Hall. And then and then another moment that just made me die is when I'm assuming the man with the beard and glasses in the fucking items' thumbnail. That's you, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Um like like I don't know, I forgot what you did, but like but whenever you just showed up in that video, I just died. Just doing some and also just of course and also just a lot of the jokes. Actually, I think your mom and Max video might be my favorite video.
I think the Mad Max video is probably one of my better ones.
Yeah, that one just made me laugh. Like,
That one was just gold because the material is so good to use. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't
yeah,
even
that
any need to. Like it was just instantaneous. I just knew immediately what the video was going to be about.
yeah, like I think that one might be that one might be my favorite video because all the jokes are just so retarded. Like Frankenstein.
It just works so well because it wouldn't work in any other context.
You were just absolutely ruthless on fucking Spencer. Just like Jesus fucking Christ. You're just
Yeah.
absolutely ruthless.
But one of my favorite jokes in that video is at the end where you watch the video of Camden Gerard Davis and Spencer and they go pretty heavy stuff. Spencer, I mean.
Jesus fucking. I think that's my favorite video you've made.
I think it's probably
Uh,
one of them.
yeah. Too bad that it has only like 90K though. So
I think it's because it was so overcovered, but it doesn't really matter.
yeah. But no, you picked up the pace with Vosh. You got more views about that one again.
Vosh ones always pull up. Vosh one, I think my first Vosh one did very well as well. Although at the time, it has 215K, but at the time, it was neck and neck with the Teddy Fresh one. But I think it shot up because of the Vosh stuff, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I think that one. What's your most popular video? Oh, your
It's
boogie
the
one.
Oh yeah, it's Boogie. Yeah, it used to be iDubbbz. Boogie now.
Um,
I don't know
yeah,
why
because
that one did so well. I guess it must be. I guess it's the thumbnail. The groping over 50 worst ever rapist. I got so many comments about that as well. There's tons of comments of people being like, "This is like fucked up." To
Jesus
put
Christ.
that in the thumbnail.
I think the boogie one.
My excuse was it was all the stuff that he's like claimed that he's been like had done to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I think the boogie
90
one shot.
kills.
I think the boogie one shot up because of the Or did you make yours first? I can't remember.
Mine came after documentary.
Oh, okay, then I think it shot up. Wait, no, I mean, what? No, like it was okay. It was a lot was going on with boogie, so yeah, yours just like kind of
I guess
wasn't.
so.
Yeah, it was hit the mark. Man, your iDubbbz content and your video on iDubbbz. That was your longest video, I think, and no, that's the most third popular.
That's my boys one might be longer. Don't know yet.
Okay, you really, you really hate the show.
I cut a bit, quite a lot of it down because I do repeat some stuff, but it
You,
might be
you,
longer. I'm not sure. It was like 40 minutes of audio or 30 odd minutes of audio. So I don't know yet. It's over 30 minutes long.
damn. Okay. Can't wait because like I actually even despite that I do still like the boys. Like there's some good, but
Well, the
yeah, like,
series one is good. I actually agree. Series one. It's just every one.
yeah. Season one was actually decent. Season two is kind of, and then season three is kind of shit, honestly.
Season two and three was shit.
Like especially the ending of season three. Oh my god, like, like what? Why? Like the thing, Soldier Boy. he's such a like interesting character because he genuinely would have done what Butcher asked. Yet,
Well, yeah, that's
fuck,
the thing. But I maintain that they needed to keep Homelander alive, so they just pull like they had a massive ass pull to try and like keep him alive.
yeah, no, if
Because
season four,
logically, he
obviously,
would have absolutely died in that scenario.
no, yeah, if Homelander's obviously not gonna fucking die in season four,
It's just like stupid though, because in the comic he was like literally unkillable.
yeah, the only way that he got killed was simply because Black Noir was just like the God Emperor of evil.
Yeah, yeah. And then they had all those
Um,
like weird superhuman killing bullets.
yeah, which they also pulled out of nowhere.
This go under his ass.
um, but yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything. Like we actually, I think it might be my second longest call. Actually, holy shit.
Hey.
So yeah, thanks for to hearing me rant and like all this shit. Um, uh, so so yeah, thank you. One more thing. If you want, you can follow my account on Twitter. Yeah, I think I contacted you by Twitter. You already know my account.
I think
Come
I've already
after.
followed you, haven't I?
Did you? Let me check.
Don't know.
Uh,
I just accepted the message request.
no, you didn't. You didn't follow me.
Yeah, I can follow you now.
Yeah. Why do I keep getting fucking bots? Ew. Stop this. God. Like, I just keep getting bot. Like, Twitter is the only place where I don't trust if a woman follows me.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know, like, it's a bot. Like, you know, I sound sexist, but, like,
I get that
you
shit
know,
too. I bet a bunch of Japanese women telling
yeah,
me that
like,
I can make 10,000 yen in my DM.
yeah, like, I don't trust when women follow me because, like, it's a fucking bot. Like, the only woman that actually follows me is my fucking girlfriend. Everyone else, every other woman is just a bot. No, yeah, and I just got a blog. Like get out of here.
Well, I do have Jessica Morgan.
Uh, did you follow already?
No.
Oh, there you are. Fake, big, fake, big bungee. Um,
Jessica
and
Asian.
and if you want, you can also follow my pal here. Hold on, let me send you his account name. He's also like a up and coming author.
Okay.
I send other YouTubers to follow him. ER actually follows him, so let me just find him real quick. Where's Oh my god, my internet's just killing itself. Okay. Where are you? Okay, chill. I'm gonna send a screenshot. If you can follow this person, that would be super sexy. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you can follow him, that would also be pretty radical.
Okie doke.
And you did it?
Hold on a second. Yep.
Okay. All right, thank you. And yes, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope we can stay in touch.
Yeah.
Hope we can stay in touch. And yeah, nice. Hold on, let me fucking enter my. God damn it! I can't even say goodbye. Right there we go. Yeah, so not. Hope we can. Yeah, hope we can stay in touch. And it was nice talking to you. Big Bungie.
Good
But
talking to you
yes,
now.
yeah, good talking to you too. Good luck on your boys video.
Thank you.
All right, see you. Bye.
Toodles.
Bye.